Hello and welcome back to the Players Club podcast. I'm your host, Jacob McDougald. I am back. We got Brian Pereira here. He held down the fort last week with our boy Cole, and we got our boy Billy back in the studio today. How you guys doing?
We're fantastic.
I feel fantastic.
We are so out here.
It was a weekend of misery and pain, but being back on the Players Club podcast
Hey,
brings me hope and joy.
this is the first ever 4-person podcast we've had,
Yeah.
right?
This
We
is-
have never done. We've only done 3,
We're honored.
right? Yeah, and I mean, first of all, we have to shout you out. That's for damn sure,
Yeah, of course.
because we
But
got.
I got some words for you.
I know you
got
do.
some words for you today. But first, shout out. Thank you so much for what you did for us. Over 100 views, first time ever on one of our episodes. It's honestly surreal. It's
Man,
crazy.
I'm going to push what I can push for you boys. You know that. I push to the public. Got to get the word out, and I'm just grateful y'all let me yap for about an hour and 20 minutes. I could have went on for 4 hours, but it's a good thing you stopped me when you did, because we would have never got out of there.
We started going into Savannah Bananas.
Oh, yeah.
We were already
Oh,
off
man.
the.
We were off the beaten path.
We were
boys.
like you see the train tracks here. We were going that way, bro.
Oh,
we were not even like. We were
Oh,
so
yeah.
far gone at that point, but no, it was honestly it was a fun episode.
Oh, I had a blast.
I mean, he probably missed out on it. And he knows for sure.
So-
he was like, damn, like I missed that. But
it was because it was the perfect time. You had so many good NBA games the week before. You
Yeah.
had the Super Bowl literally happening that weekend, and I couldn't be there to give my takes on any of it. But I'm gonna do that right now because I have so much that I need to say.
Yeah,
All
you,
right,
you
where do
and
I-
Billy,
where
you
do
and
I
Billy,
start?
we both need to hear what y'all think about the Super Bowl because we already discussed our points.
Y'all go
Yeah.
right ahead.
I mean, I unfortunately I didn't get to listen to the whole episode last week. I listened to about half of it. I listened to enough. I don't know what else you said in the second half, but I listened to enough to be like fit. Like literally, I'm sitting there and I'm just like, what? What are you saying? And it was definitely you. So, Super Bowl. Great defensive game in the first half. I thought it was interesting as a football fan because obviously you don't want to see that as a casual. You want to see high points. You want to see scoring. You want to see offense. But it was very impressive how the defenses came out. San Francisco was ready to go. Kansas City was ready to go. We knew these are 2 of the top 5 defenses in the league, if not top 3. Like, they showed up and showed out. Second half, one of the best I'd ever seen. I didn't realize it was only the second time overtime had ever happened in a Super Bowl. First time I'd ever seen it. Can't remember the last time it's
It's like 80
It
something.
was wasn't the 28-3, was that not?
No, the last overtime Super Bowl was the Patriots Falcons.
Yeah, 23.
Yeah, that's what, yeah.
Was I thought it
yeah.
was before
28.
that.
Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah.
Kyle Shanahan.
It was fun. You guys mentioned the ads. I did pay attention to the ads because
They weren't
I
that great.
had to for a
You guys
project.
you guys sport marketing, don't you?
Yeah, I had to for a project, so I had to pick one. There were some pretty, not all of them were great, but there were some pretty good ones. I can't lie. This year I liked better than last year because last year I remember absolutely nothing. So that's that.
Actually, before you go on I had that project last year, or not last year, the year before. I single-handedly convinced Dr. Bernthal that the Coinbase ad was actually relevant because he said it was one of the worst ones, and I went up to the front of the class and I said this was my favorite one. He goes, why? I was like, how do you know? Like, how is a commercial so good that it was able to get so much interaction into it that it broke the whole site? It shut the site down because so many people were wanting to scan the QR code and they didn't expect too many people to go. I was yapping my
I
my
still
behind
remember
off
that
in,
one.
I remember
in
that one
front of the
too.
class.
That was one of the most creative ones because
It was the old school
simplistic
DVD.
Yeah.
That simplicity sells because you'll see all these dudes go all out, like all the like Doritos and Budweiser and all that stuff. They go all out. Coinbase just went, what do people like? Because we see it at the games when they do in between periods of
Yeah.
like hockey games. What do people like? They like the DVD thing going. It's a blast from the past. So I thought that was actually really good. Thank you for fighting for that.
I went up there and he was like, you know what? He's like, Brian, you actually changed my mind. And I was like, I did something.
That was
I felt so
2022, right?
accomplished. Yeah.
Yeah, I
that
remember
was
because
the
I
Rams
watched
one.
that in Buffalo Wild Wings with my friends, and when that came on, it had everyone thinking the TV was broken.
That was Rams Bengals Super Bowl, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
It had everyone thinking, so like, can you imagine the amount of fights and yelling, who sat on the remote, the entire, like across America, families were probably screaming at each other, like, who broke the TV, what is going on, like, the channel cut off, and that was no idea it was an ad, like, everyone's sitting in there, this is probably, I mean,
It
Super Bowl
was,
night,
it was like the Roku
it was
one.
like a
Remember
lot
that?
of people in there. Half of them were drunk. People are freaking out.
Half
Like
of
the
them.
employees didn't know what was going on, and then it turned out to be a Coinbase ad. So I thought that was super clever.
That one
I
in,
broke a couch that
in the
Super Bowl
Roku.
too. I sat down on an old couch and I snapped the wood before the game started. That was a really hot start to that Super Bowl. Odell Beckham's knee exploded, and that you had his over yards, and it misses by 2 because his knee exploded. But yeah, Coinbase really killed it that Super Bowl.
That is
Oh,
Cole, ladies and
man.
gentlemen. That
Yeah,
is
that
Cole.
is such a cool story. But no, I agree with you. Simple is good. I went with I don't know if you remember the Christopher Walken BMW ad where people
Yeah.
just did impressions of him all the time because I thought it made me laugh. And Bernthal loved it because he loves Christopher Walken, so he thought it was funny.
He's an OG.
I literally
man.
sat down and he was like, "Thank you, Jacob," and I was like, "I got you." That's how I know I killed. He didn't say that with anybody else but me. That's how I know I killed it.
Hey,
So-
I convinced him to change his mind on an ad after he said it was the worst one, and I made him put it to it was decent. Hey, that was good enough for me.
What did you think of the ads?
I think it was the Beyonce one, the Barbie or whatever it was. I thought that was pretty
Yeah.
funny. I don't know why, because it was going through different time periods and different movies and stuff. And then they said Barbie, and I haven't even seen the Barbie movie.
Me neither.
But I was like, I don't know why. I just thought that was. I like Beyonce too. Like
You seem like a guy that would have done Barbenheimer. You didn't do
I
that?
liked Oppenheimer.
Loved it.
I didn't watch Barbie though. I didn't want to do Barbenheimer, to be honest. I just wanted to watch Oppenheimer.
Get it, man of history, not a man of culture, but it's okay.
Not really, no.
It's okay, I'm the same way. That's why
So-
we're all sitting on this same couch together, buddy.
Yeah.
My all-time favorite Super Bowl ad though, it popped up the other day on Instagram. It's the Doritos commercial, the kid with the time machine, and he puts that
Oh
dude in the
my
time machine and he
God.
puts his Doritos through.
Yeah, I
and
remember
then
that one.
The
That's the
dude's like,
OG right
"Get
there."
off my yard!" And he walks in, he's like, "Jimmy, you're so old." I
There's
think
that one.
that's
Hey,
a
and
classic.
Dorito usually kills it. I remember the one
do.
with when the dad was eating it and they were doing
ultrasound one?
the
Yeah, that's probably my
and
all-time
it
one.
moves
That
and
one's
the baby just goes
funny.
straight out. I thought that was hilarious.
good.
I'll take the sympathetic route. My favorite commercial is usually the Clydesdales Budweiser with
Oh.
the dog. It tears at your heartstrings.
Oh my gosh.
Such an American, this guy.
Oh, clearly.
Hey,
Man of culture.
Yeah. No, just a man of beer.
No, but Bernthal did play the Clydesdale ones, like in
Hey,
our
they
class. He
always
was
hit,
like,
man.
"These are some of the best
Bro, you put
ones."
a puppy with a giant horse and their friends. How are you gonna?
Oh man.
You could make a movie about that.
yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
See
but-
that? We have those, and then we have Kanye.
Dude, I thought that
Yeah,
was
so
fake.
go to Yeezy.com.
Didn't he say he ran out of
Wait,
money?
he said we spent so much money on the spot that we didn't even put money on the ad. I
Hey.
was like,
Hey, he dropped it on Spotify though. Everybody was begging for it,
Yeah.
and it dropped on Spotify.
Bro made like 120 off sales.
oh my gosh.
Absurd.
He's a sharp business.
Snap of the finger,
He's a
and he's
sh-
there.
Yeah.
Just a selfie video.
He's crazy.
Man did a
Smart
Snapchat
businessman.
video and sent it in. That was his streaks right there.
Oh yeah.
dude, the Temu ads were the worst. That's why almost everyone in my class
They
had the-
played that
the
like
Temu.
8 times.
I don't know what that was. I honestly, as you heard last week, I was sweating stuff out, so I really don't remember the
The ads.
commercials. But the game itself,
Yeah,
Really good.
people talk about the missed holding calls on the Chiefs, but like, I didn't feel like why are we surprised that everyone gets missed holding calls? Because if you called every single one, there would be pretty much no offensive plays because everyone holds. So I didn't think that was like
wasn't
the
the
biggest
Chiefs
deal.
like the third highest?
They were
penalized?
penalized, so like to not get a call in the Super Bowl as it was questionable.
Their 3 Super Bowl wins, they have not gotten a holding call.
Not
though.
one holding call. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, to what you were saying, like, is it Andy Reid? Is it Patrick Mahomes? Look, the 3 Super Bowls down 10, every single one he's come up to win. You cannot deny that if it was any other quarterback of like a lesser tier skill level, they might, even with Andy Reid's coaching, they might not be the same thing. You swap the teams. No disrespect to Brock Purdy, but like, it's not the same system as San Francisco with the talent level, because the offensive talent level on San Francisco is better than the Chiefs. Like, but the key factor there is who's giving the ball to them. Because who do they have? They have Travis Kelce, but you have Kadarius Toney who didn't play. You have Rasheed Rice who's a dog, but he's also a rookie.
Rasheed Rice is
you
a
have
great
MBS
rookie.
who's great, but like
If he-
they're not
whoa.
Pro Bowlers on the
Serviceable.
level of, like you said, some people are serviceable, which I
Yeah,
also
MVS
look
ain't
at-
great.
Yeah,
McCole Hardman, clearly serviceable.
yeah.
And then you got.
but
by
it's
the way,
not a Debo,
Watson,
it's not a
tight
McCaffrey.
end. Not a tight end. We said that last week.
Yeah.
Watson, not a tight end.
Well, neither is Kelsey technically.
Well, yeah, well, I mean,
'Cause
He's a
Kel-
hybrid. He's
Kelsey's
a
a
hybrid.
hybrid. He's
he's
not
a
the
freak
That's
of
why
nature.
some people say Kittle's
I mean,
better
if we're
because he
comparing
blocks better.
offense-
blocks. Yeah.
I just want to give credit where credit is due to Andy Reid. As great as Patrick
Yeah.
Mahomes is, but we look at it this way: the only comparison you can really look at is Belichick and Brady, and see what happened when they split. Now, when Andy Reid retires, we're going to see who comes in and who's going to be that next coach. Can do the play calls. The play calls have to factor in on how his decision making. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes is elite, some of the best we've ever seen. But the play calls that Andy Reid calls are tailor-made for him. So that's where my argument is like, you got to give credit to Reed, because I feel like Mahomes gets a ton of the credit already.
Yeah.
But I 100% get where you're coming from.
No, yeah, that was my take on that. I thought it was a great game.
How many games do you think you could win as quarterback of the San Francisco?
None, because I'm not a football player.
I
Dude, anyone who says that they could sit behind that system and throw, I want you to look at unless you play quarterback in like high school and you already know somewhat of what that looks like, look at the GoPro of Tua Tagovailoa and like how that actually looks when you have the 6'7", 6'8" dudes running at you, and you have to you have to read the defense, you have to know the play that you're doing, you have to know your progressions where you're going to throw, all in a matter of seconds before you get bottled up and crushed by a 350-pound man.
Easy.
I just think
This guy-
it's so
I
casual
think
to be
you're
like,
too-
oh yeah, I can win.
You're too negative on yourself. I think you could win 10 games. I think you need to think positively.
Dude, because
You don't have to throw the football. You just give it to Chris McCaffrey. He can throw the football. Juwan Jennings can throw the football. How many games do you think you can win?
Behind that system right now, 0. I would
We're
not play
quarterbacks.
quarterback like
'Cause
that.
Here's where Brock Purdy gets overlooked, is the consistently making the right decisions. Yes, he has the talent on offense, but you have to make the right choices to succeed as the quarterback. You're the one running that. So he was able to do that. Yeah, you can call him a game manager or whatnot, but he managed in the proper way to win them games, even if you want to say he's not that talent level. And then you look at the playoffs when he used his legs to take over late in the game to beat Detroit. Like, he has that dog in him potentially that he can bring out when they need to. So I would say, like, he's not the greatest, but he's not terrible by just being in a good system.
We're winning 8 games, Ryan. Don't back
Winning
down.
8
We're
games,
winning 8
dude,
games.
No,
8
bro,
games, it's
I
hard
can't
to
throw a
win
ball
in
more
the
than 20
NFL.
yards, bro. You think I'm throwing a go route to?
You think you're winning
I'm throwing
8
a go
games
route to
in the
Ayuk?
I mean, I'm
no.
gonna tell you this right now.
I'm not
I'll
even
repeat
throwing
it.
a
8 games is
God.
almost half the season. That's a lot.
I know that's how good their offense is.
Dude, 8 games.
Yeah, I'm
I get hit. If freaking Chris Jones runs through that and hits me once,
You get
I
hit
am
one
dead.
time.
I'm
You're gonna-
on an ambulance.
You're gonna think twice about getting up and snapping the ball.
I
You know,
am
like,
on an
I don't know
ambu-
which
I'm
college
on an
team it was.
ambulance.
You know,
I
the
didn't
quarterback that was shaking when he
Listen.
was.
Let me dream.
Fair
Let me
enough,
dream.
man.
Yeah,
You have that
that's fair,
right.
that's
Yeah,
fair.
we can all do
He's
that.
got his own money line. He's got a hit.
Now that might be a different. If you bet on yourself in the games, I can see you winning.
I'm
a
betting
couple.
on
Because
myself.
You get kicked out the league.
He's betting on the under, man.
What's that movie? No, I'm taking
That'd be
all.
a free bet for all of us.
Dude, no, I'd be taking all unders, and then I'd throw a little screen route to McCaffrey, and McCaffrey just would just take it, and I'd be like, well, there goes my under on myself, you know? And the next thing you know, I'm recreating the longest yard with that, like, Adam Sandler style.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Why do we bring him back, man?
Billy, what were your thoughts on the game? Like, what's your little spiel?
I thought the game was good. I mean, listen, I firmly believe that I think Brock Purdy is a really good quarterback. And I think, a couple years ago before Tyreek Hill left and the Chiefs lost a couple guys in free agency, it's basically the exact same team the Niners have with Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, and then you have Kyle Shanahan, Brock Purdy. They're both very linear in how good both of the teams were. Difference was the Chiefs had a really bad defense at the time. Now they have a really good defense. So system or not, both of those quarterbacks are really talented. And Brock Purdy, in his second year, last year, I think they would have made a run if he didn't go down. Whether or not the Eagles were good or not, I just think they would have beaten Philadelphia, no doubt about it. So what he's doing now is impressive. The game itself was good, and you guys talk about play calling. Like, the Niners in that last drive playing very soft coverage on a play Andy Reid is running the playoffs so many times, a little out route to the right side. I don't know how you don't see that. Yeah, it's corn dog. It's literally corn dog. They've done it so many times. Chad Henne did it twice on game-winning drives in the playoffs when Mahomes went down. But the play calling from Shanahan was weird. When they were up 10-0 and they had the ball in the second quarter, and he decided to pass on the first 2 plays of the drive that ultimately led to a turnover and a score for the Chiefs, I don't understand why you're not running it more with McCaffrey. I felt like we didn't see a lot of McCaffrey in the first half, even though they had a 10-0 advantage. So I thought that was odd. And then, I don't know, there were a couple big drop passes too. Like, Deebo Samuel talked a lot of crap this entire playoffs, like he did, and he has every right to. He's a great hybrid receiver. He can do it all. But he dropped a couple key passes that ended up leading to punts and ended up leading to scores for the Chiefs. So, there were missed calls by Shanahan, and there were a couple drops. I don't even think Purdy should be shouldered at all. I don't think the loss was his fault.
No, the only thing, I'm not trying to be like a Niners fanboy or anything.
Yeah.
I do know Deebo was still banged up.
Oh, he was
Like-
No, he
hurt.
was. He was
Yeah,
probably
so
playing with one leg. Let's
he was
let's be
playing
real.
very, very hurt. But
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of like I would do the same thing. Like, it's Super Bowl. Like you need
Kittle
everything.
also got locked up too, which was
He was hurt.
interesting.
He's
got
more of a
hurt.
block. Like,
He is
They
more of
had
a
him
blocker.
blocking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They had him
he's-
blocking because they knew that the pass protection they needed.
But
it.
when you needed Kittle most, he went and got that. He got that 3rd and 4. He went and got it.
Oh, okay. That's a good
They
point.
fired their defense coordinator.
They
Right
did.
after,
Steve
yeah.
Wilkes,
That
which I
was-
thought was
That
stupid.
was
That was crazy.
I thought that
bananas.
was stupid.
I thought that was very
They're
dumb.
using
Like
him as
their
a
defense was
scapegoat.
great. Why
The
did-
defense was great.
It was another scapegoat, dude.
I agree.
Which
Yeah,
I
Shannon
think
said
they
that.
looked at D'Amico Ryans and what he did with that defense, and they literally said, "Oh, you didn't do this. You're out of here," which is unfortunate. Not everyone's D'Amico Ryans.
No, and it's
that's not a
stupid.
valid comparison at
It's
all.
stupid too because
Yeah.
I mean, end of the day, we have the best quarterback in the league right now that you went up against. Mm-hmm. There's nothing you can't do.
And you made it to the biggest game of the year.
There's nothing
Yeah.
you can't do to stop him because you can do everything in your power to stop him. He's still going to be better. We saw all those defenses that Brady torched, and that's because he's the GOAT. Like, you could have, like, Brady could torch that 0-1, 0-2 Ravens defense just because he's Tom Brady. You know, I'm not saying he has. I'm saying there's a possibility of it can happen. So even though we say the Niners are a top 3 defense, it's Patrick Mahomes. You really don't know what he's going to do. So it's like, oh, you took away all his passing options. The man went and got you a 21-yard rush. And it's like, what are you going to do? And then, okay, now we got to stop him from running. You have someone wide open. He's going to hit him on the move. And now it's like, what can you do to stop? It's a case of what can you do to stop, to minimize Patrick Mahomes. You're not going to be able to stop him. But it's what you can do to limit him as much as possible.
Yeah, you could take a play out of that figure skaters book, the Tanya chick. Before the game.
No idea where the hell this guy's going with it.
You know,
You've never heard the Tanya story?
Yeah, I
No.
know.
Deliberately.
her competitor
yeah,
took like a
deliberately
leg- she got-
slicing somebody?
Was it her brother? She got somebody to do it.
I think it was her family. I think it was her brother.
Huh?
Yeah.
So this figure skater, Olympic, a little quick tangent. The figure skater,
Yeah.
Olympic, you're like, how do you slow down Patrick Mahomes? Equivalently, you're gonna have to
She was phenomenal.
you're gonna have to, his kneecap before the
Oh,
game.
no, yeah.
That's the only way you're gonna slow him down. Is
Yeah.
But he was hurt last year in the playoffs.
No.
and still-
There's a difference between a high ankle sprain and taking a lead pipe to the boom, and then he's going, why my knee?
He's got a valid point, bro. Send Agent 47 or something on Patrick Mahomes.
Hey, listen, and this is relevant to Barbie. Margot Robbie stars in a movie called
does.
I,
She
Tanya,
does.
as
That
the
is
figure
true, I did hear
skater.
about
It's
that,
it's
yeah,
a
but I just
great
didn't know the
movie.
story.
It's a great movie.
It's
didn't know
like
the
it's the
story.
clip where she's like saying why, and she's like holding her knee.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Figure
Like
skating
Peter
is
Griffin?
wild. Nah, it's
No, not the Peter Griffin, bro.
yes, yes. That's two Family Guy references back-to-back weeks.
He did
Starlight
give one
Express
last- yeah.
and that.
Oh,
He did get
I
one
didn't
last
get to the
week,
other
yeah,
one.
he did.
Cooking.
But
We're cooking with peanut oil. Costs Chick-fil-A. Come on now. You didn't know that's what they cooked with?
no, I
No,
do,
I did.
do,
I
just
didn't.
haven't
That was just like you were reaching. You were
reach.
No, it's not a
think
reach.
about
It just
that.
came out of nowhere. The peanut oil, bro.
I'm sorry. I thought
out
this was
to-
America. I thought this was America. That's South Park reference.
That's Randy right there.
Yeah, dude.
I thought this was America.
That's my spirit
No,
animal.
I'm glad you brought that up really quick though, because you guys debated about the Tom Brady, Mahomes. I know the argument, not really. I wouldn't say it's irrelevant right now. Obviously, I think if Mahomes keeps this up, he could surpass. It'll take a lot.
I don't know if
But
it's taking a lot.
one of you,
Super Bowls.
who said
I
that,
think if
like,
he gets one or two
everyone-
more,
my
you
point-
could debate it pretty heavily.
Dude, Brady has 7.
Yeah, but he did something Brady never did already.
That's true.
He,
but here's
he did something that's so good he had to be compared to different sports. He
Yeah.
couldn't be compared to someone in his sport because he's the only one to do
no,
it.
I'm on
That's
the-
absurd.
I'm on the Mahomes train, but the issue I have with it is people are like, oh, Brady beat Mahomes twice, as if that instantly negates anything about Mahomes being
100%,
better.
baby. Eli the GOAT. Eli beat Tom
That-
Brady
that's-
twice.
but that's what
Shout
I-
out Eli,
that's-
baby.
Shout out
That's
Eli, bro.
exactly where I was going. I'm like, Eli beat Tom Brady
He beat
twice,
Super Hot Fire, too.
so-
That's it.
Or else
It's-
Tom
it's
Brady would
over.
have 9. So does that really mean as much as we think?
Dude,
I
I'm
don't
ready
think
for
so.
Baker Mayfield to be Patrick Mahomes' kryptonite. Dude, that's gonna be the greatest day of my life.
Joe Burrow's the only Mahomes kryptonite we know so far.
Goddamn right, baby. Joey B.
I don't know.
That Joey
mean,
B. That
dude,
Joey B.
dude,
comeback
Joe
this year is about to be
Burrow's
nasty.
1 versus Mahomes. I mean, he seems to be the only one at this point that can meet him.
Did you see all the TikToks though after the Super Bowl? After they lost, and they were like the only man that could save us now, and it was all Joe Burrow, Joe Burrow.
It ain't gonna be Josh Allen, bro. He's like the new Phillip Rivers of the league, man.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. That's exactly what I compare him to.
He's
He will
exactly
win.
that.
I think that if Josh Allen continues to stay in Buffalo, he will never win a Super Bowl. But if he leaves Buffalo and goes somewhere else, he 100% will win a Super Bowl. The Bills are doomed to never win a Super Bowl. I just like.
Legend has it Stefan's still standing on the field right now.
He hasn't left.
He's never left.
Never left. I hear he's paying rent.
Oh yeah, he got a little Airbnb.
celebration.
He's the one. Because he never left the field. That's how he pays rent to the stadium. That's how they're affording that new upgrades, bro. I
He
swear.
paid for the halftime show, bro.
Bro, I swear.
Shout out Usher on skates, man.
They said,
Dude.
Oh, I wanted to talk about the halftime show too.
they said, oh,
You said
that.
something about our point. What point were you referring to?
When you said that, like the whole like Brady Mahomes thing is what I was talking about.
Oh.
Like I think it was what you said. Like if he keeps this up, he could, it might have been both you agreeing on it. but I wanted
if he
to
keeps
chime
this
in
up,
and
of
be
course
like,
he's
yeah,
going.
for
He's
sure.
going.
Yeah.
Usher killed it. I love the halftime show.
Mm.
People were hating on it, but I'm gonna bring up a point that,
I don't know. I
don't
think
know if
hating
you
on
could-
it was Alicia Keys' man, bro.
dude,
Swiss Beats was
Like, to be honest,
Swiss
Nah,
Beats was standing
nah,
next to Stephon Diggs going, no.
Alicia Keys.
good God.
that when he hugged her, I was sitting there like, hold on, ain't she married? I was like,
Sat
bro,
like
what-
Stephon Diggs.
yeah, I was just like, yo, hold on a minute, bro. What's
Yo,
going
he
on here?
apparently proposed to his girl after, too.
like the day after.
Yeah, like the day after, I was like,
No, I
what?
was just like, Usher, I don't.
what is this?
You versus the girl he tells you not to worry about.
I wanted to be Usher in that moment when he was hugging Alicia Keys.
I think half of America did.
All of us did.
Dude, she looked.
I think all
good.
4 of us
That
did.
man was sweating. You see how sweaty?
Dude,
he
I don't
was,
know.
like-
I thought the voice crack at the beginning. Did you notice that?
Yeah,
Like when she
yeah.
came on.
Nope.
I kind of no. I don't care. I thought that was kind of
hear it.
cool.
You know they edited it out on
Yeah,
YouTube.
they did. I was like, why?
Guys,
That's
I don't,
dope.
I couldn't hear anything for like a good 2 seconds because when I saw the red flow out, I was like, oh my god.
But he was in heaven.
I was, dude.
I mean, to
Did
be
it-
honest,
did
I
it do
don't
things
blame
to
him,
you
dog.
physically?
No, not at all.
100%. I was just trying to avoid that, but yeah, that was funny, wasn't it?
No, I haven't said this guy. When we had Sparling's class, Intro to Broadcast Journalism last week, and it was canceled, and we didn't know because Sparling didn't tell anyone.
He was sick,
Bro,
yeah.
we sat there, like 5 of us sat there just talking about movies.
We
Anytime,
rebuilt the DCU.
Anytime
Yo.
something female actress related would come up, it wouldn't even be that. It would just be something random. He would be like, yeah, that did things to me physically. And he said it over and over. It's like, dude.
Yeah, Sydney Sweeney's new
Yeah.
Instagram post that did things to me physically.
Remember how you ended? You like,
Almost
"You guys
watched
wanna
the
hear
People's
Sydney
Choice
Sweeney
Awards after I
whisper?"
saw she was there.
Yo, what?
Did you not see it?
No, I
Oh,
didn't.
she's so hot. Red's her color, just like Alicia Keys.
Have you watched Madam Web?
No, but I'm about
Anyways,
to. Just
let's
to
say-
see her.
people are about
No.
to.
Just to see her, I'm gonna be honest.
No.
Anyways, let's stay on track. I thought
yes.
the roller skates part was super dope because that's too risky. That's so risky.
Yeah.
People could. Can you imagine if he fell?
Well, there was a bet.
That would've been funny.
That'd been
Bet
funny.
for
It
him
would've
to
been like-
fall.
Was it really?
Yeah, I understood why now. I didn't take it because I was like, yeah, no way he's gonna fall. I didn't know it
Also,
was gonna be rollerblades.
JB not being there, not.
Everybody
that-
was waiting for it.
not that big-
Everybody
It
was.
wasn't that big a deal.
He was at the
I
Super
could've
Bowl
done
though.
it.
Of course, it was a big deal.
I could have done without. Like, if he showed up, cool. But if he didn't, like, I don't think it really took away from.
I just
Let's just say I know a lot of women that were like, "Oh, Justin Bieber should have been in it." I just didn't. I'm like, guys, like, what are we?
100%
Let's
should've
not.
been in it.
you must not
Even
have
if-
watched the 2011 Grammys when him and Usher
No,
went
I
off,
saw,
dude.
but
Because
dude,
like that was
like,
unreal.
it's-
I wanted
but
that
acting
recreation.
As if
I
it
don't watch the
wasn't
Grammys.
good because he wasn't in it, as if Justin Bieber was like the savior of the show. I feel like it's a bit much.
Was 2011 the Macklemore year where he beat Kendrick Lamar, or was that?
I think that was
That
12.
was 2013.
Oh,
I
it's
think,
13.
With Can't Hold Us with that album.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
think
I
so.
stopped watching the Grammys.
Yeah,
after
wasn't it
that.
one year he drops Thrift Shop and then the next year he drops Can't Hold Us with Ryan Lewis?
I don't know,
It
but
was that whole album. I used to have that whole album.
was a
I
big
paid for
snub,
that whole
but back
album.
on
I was
track.
Dumb.
I don't know.
Having money on it, I understand.
Yeah, no, JB.
What
would've-
didn't you have money on at the Super Bowl?
Did you bet on the
Gatorade.
Gatorade? The Gatorade color?
No, I had that too.
Oh,
Wrong. I was so wrong. The Chiefs like purple. I don't know why.
interesting.
I don't know why.
Grimace,
But-
man.
Anything-
Staying on the halftime show before we move on, I need both your opinions because we agreed on this.
Mm-hmm.
Did her play the guitar? Yes or no?
No,
Thank you.
no,
Thank you.
no.
You can hear.
Super
can
Bowl,
hear
it's known
chords
that
moving.
guitar, like unless you're Slash, you don't play live in the Super Bowl for a guitar. Like they pre-record it
At
because they don't
first,
want to take a risk.
Saw it, I was thinking yes because I know she plays the guitar. And
I'll
she's
t-
like,
Yeah.
When I saw her
she,
move,
she didn't.
She-
when
I
I,
know, I
saw
was
her
like, shit,
move
but
the
then I
guitar
watched it again.
and I heard it, I said,
I watched it again
No.
and I was like, I don't know. It seems a little like I know she's good at the guitar too, but I was just like, it's probably risky to do that. So pre-recording it makes sense. So
I
I'm
think like Alicia Keys, people were paying attention to other things and not the guitar,
Also,
so they
I
could get away
agree.
with it.
I thought it was CeeLo Green too. When you guys said that, I also thought it was CeeLo for a second before it was the other dude. When he
Oh,
I thought-
Ozempic, CeeLo?
Yeah, when he
Yeah.
pulled up, me and a couple other people were like, is that CeeLo Green? And then I looked him out and was like, oh, that is not.
That's how
that's
I thought it
not
was
CeeLo.
Ozempic CeeLo.
I
I
don't
mean, I
know.
thought it was Kanye West, but it was Will I Am.
I knew it was Will I Am once
It was
I
a
saw
split
the hair.
second. I was
I
like,
didn't know
yeah.
who was it.
I saw the hair and knew it was Will I Am.
Hey, what about
I saw the mask.
You knew Kanye's not performing at the Super Bowl.
hey, what about
How
Lil
big of a
Jon and Ludacris though?
Shout
Oh,
out,
that
bro.
was fine.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what I'm
I thought
saying,
they
that
were.
was dope when
I
were
thought they
Lil
were
came
solid.
out, I was like-
Lil Jon as soon as he got on, he said, "Yeah." I was like,
He
oh,
has to.
It's
You know
over.
the old
It's
black dude
over.
dancing to the halftime show and his wife just walked away from him, bro. He was like somebody's grandpa. He was like, when Luda came on, he stood up and started going. He's like, Luda. He just started-
Yes.
bro. It was one of the funniest bits from the Super Bowl.
I
bro.
just love Fro Luda.
Yeah,
like-
Fro Luda is
That's
a.
my comfort. That's my
Oh my
comfort,
gosh.
seeing him in his fro. It's like I said, it reminded me of Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yeah, you did say that.
He was
Well, yeah,
the,
he did
he
cut
was
it
the
off.
bookie.
He had,
No,
and he had
he had-
cornrows.
he had
for
the
a while. He cut it
cornrows.
and he had
Yeah.
cornrows for a while,
He
too.
cut it off. He had cornrows and he cut it off. Yeah.
I forgot about that, man. Yeah, those Middle Fast movies, he just had flat hair, cornrows, bro. I'm so happy he brought it back. It's Luda's style, man.
Had to
Dude,
fit it,
Luda's
man.
legit. Luda's legit. Lil
Had to
Jon's
fit it.
legit. Usher's legit. But yeah, I think it was a pretty good Super Bowl overall. What do y'all boys think?
Honestly, like people complained about it not being high scoring, but like it was close the whole time.
Me, I complained.
It went to overtime, and it came down to the last drive. Like I thought it was a great Super Bowl overall.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Also, as far as the overtime rules go, like I know the rules, but I don't understand why. Why not take the ball first anyways? Because I know that you can take it second and then get a touchdown, get the 2 point, and
It's
win.
like college rules.
But it's like
Yeah.
if you do score a touchdown, you're putting pressure on, and you have the momentum to have the defense to stop it. So it really doesn't feel like as big a deal if you take the ball first.
It
No.
needs to be just like college rules where they start at the 25-yard line and then they got to go score. But with college, also, they need to stop with this after the third overtime. You have to do those 2-point conversion plays because
Yeah.
they want to limit the amount of overtimes. And it came after that LSU, Texas A&M 2018 overtime went to 7 OTs, and then immediately they changed
Oh
it.
yeah.
7 OTs, great, electric. You start at the 25, you work your way down. The NFL, I love the rule change. Kyle Shanahan just is the master choke artist in the Super Bowl because
He folded.
and even Kyle Juszczyk was like, "Why are we taking the ball?" Like you want to dictate what you have to do to win, and in that case, you didn't.
It goes to what Romo says. You take the ball first, you have 3 downs to score. You get it second, you have 4 downs. Because you're kind of risking on 4th down. They like the Niners. Damn, the Niners were like, oh, they can play a little passive because we can stop them. Then the Chiefs are like, all right, they had their chance. We're going for it full throttle.
And they even said like if the Niners score a touchdown, they were going to go for 2.
You could
like,
see Mahomes
that-
laugh.
That's why I would
was
I
like-
would take the ball. I would defer it so I could go for 2.
I feel like you let your defense.
Yeah.
You have to let your defense. If you win the coin toss of any overtime, when it comes to the rules like that, you have to let your defense dictate whether you need just a field goal or a touchdown. I don't care how good your offense is. I don't care if you're an offensive-minded coach. In that scenario, I don't care what the probability is. You dictate. You can dictate the game, and in that case, you gave literally everything to Mahomes and Andy Reid.
You handed them the Super Bowl.
Well, that's what Kyle Shanahan does best.
The last play
hands
for
for the
them was
Super
Bowl. That is
risky
3.
too because they decided to let the time go out instead of calling a timeout,
oh.
which I was very confused about.
Everybody
watching,
was.
'cause
That was an interesting move,
I was with
man.
like 20 people, and we all were like, "Wait, are they not calling a timeout? Like, why are they just playing?"
I think it would have switched fields because it was still technically a part of their first possession. So time would not. It would have like been like a new quarter because the way they said it was they start.
They said it was
a
the
whole
first
new
quarter
game.
of overtime.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
ballsy though, because if you miss that play, it's game over, and you like.
No, it was a first down.
No, it wasn't.
No,
it wasn't
but I'm
first
saying
down.
the time
They
was-
would have kept ball. They would have kept ball.
It would have
time
been
was
second
good.
overtime.
They would have kept ball though.
Yeah.
I'm saying they snapped the ball with like a couple seconds left.
I know
and you
that.
had to let
Yeah,
it run
but
out.
if they would have let it run out, they still would have the ball right there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not like the Super
It's
Bowl
not like
ends.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Because just because the 49ers.
It's the first
It
quarter
was
of
still
overtime.
weird though, because you expect someone to call a timeout there, and they were just like, "Nah, after we're going," and then
As
it
they
worked.
should, and McCullough Harmon was wide open, and then I felt something
Shout out
physically
Corn
after
Dog,
my
man.
bets hit.
Take out Tyreek, insert McCole.
Oh no!
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay.
No, that's all. That's
They've-
literally all they did. It was the same play they've run with Tyreek
I
Hill over and
understand,
over
but
again.
No,
Yeah.
cause-
Two
well, they ran it with
without Tyreek,
Kadarius
they won
last
2
year.
without
I mean, yeah,
Tyreek,
but-
so
It's
I know
just
they did.
it's
saying
an
everyone thought their
effective play
offense was
because
done
it's
when
fake
Tyreek was
motion.
gone.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
clearly it's
was.
not.
I thought that their offense wasn't going to be as good, wasn't going to be as prevalent without the cheetah. But I mean,
They've won. Yeah, I'm saying.
They've won
They
2 without him. They
without
only
him.
won 1 with him.
exactly.
If you were Tyreek, would
Maybe
you
it
do
was
this? Or-
100%.
Yeah, I mean he's making a bag though.
I
but,
mean,
like,
no, I agree, but it's the fact that you win one with you, and then as soon as you leave, they win it the next 2 years. It's
I
like,
think he just knew that.
is it me?
No.
You're like, is it me? You know, it's
I
like
mean,
with
you
them,
have to start thinking, is it
like
me, though?
if I'm Cheetah, I'm thinking like DeMar DeRozan, right? Like he said, he goes like at that point because they win the year after he gets traded to San Antonio. He goes, he goes, they couldn't win because I was there. He's like, as soon as I leave, you know, Toronto can win. He goes, I was holding them back. So I mean, you did win with Tyreek,
It's really
but
LeBron that was holding them back. That's a
yeah,
different
pretty much.
conversation.
But yeah, but Tyreek, like you win one with him, all right. Then as soon as you leave, they go back to back, and they have a chance of going back to back, two back. Being the first ever three-peat without you, you're like, yeah, I suck.
Smooth transition. DeMar All-Star game. I turned that game off. I thought it was a horrible weekend.
I didn't even watch it.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't
Nobody
miss
did.
anything.
All-Star Weekend sucks in the NBA.
The only one that's worth watching is was MLB. That's like literally the only
And-
one worth watching.
Because they
It's-
try.
Yeah, and they play for the home field advantage of the
anymore.
World Series.
Do
Not
they still
anymore.
do that? No.
Not anymore. Never mind.
Larry Bird,
They used to, though.
Hall of Famer Larry Bird, literally pleaded them that morning. Can y'all please try?
Can y'all play defense?
And guess what?
You knew they weren't going to try.
Bro, but it's you get the
Just 'cause
best
Larry
players
Bird
of the
says so
game.
doesn't mean they're going to try.
But even if Kobe is talking about it, talking about
They play better at a UCLA pickup game.
exactly,
do.
bro.
do.
And there's nobody there. There's no risk there. Here you're trying to prove that you're an all-star for a reason. Like this is why I'm good.
Yeah.
At UCLA, what are you doing, bro? You running Rico Hines pickups? What is that doing? Huh? Nothing. Why did PG have to go out and physically cook my poor glorious rookie Jaime Jaquez for no goddamn reason? He just absolutely cooked him. Goes to the All-Star game, forgets how to goddamn shoot a ball. He was like 2 of 8.
Hey, what was it that was
It's
said
like,
about
bro.
Cat? What'd you say that was said about
yeah.
Cat?
Draymond's joke.
Draymond, bro.
Gosh, that was what I saw it on Twitter, bro.
So clean.
He said,
It
"Oh,
look-
it's
it look
just
like
like
the-
Cat."
It looks like the old Minnesota days. Cat got 40, they're down 20.
Oh my gosh, bro. By the way, what'd I say? East Bang. You said you took the West. I took the East. So
I took the
thank
West 'cause
you.
this kid
Everyone
convinced
took the
me.
West because
This
if
kid
you look at that
convinced me,
roster,
man.
if you look at that
I got
team,
peer
they
pressure,
should have
yeah.
won. I peer pressure.
I said the
bro.
West, yeah.
I mean, here's the thing.
Should have
I
stayed
didn't-
true to my.
the
Should have
East
stayed
is
true
probably-
to Pam.
I
Man.
didn't watch the game, but East probably just played harder than the West. Like,
No,
Nope.
they just started pulling up from half court.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Luka was just pulling up. But the only difference
oh,
is
because
Luka
Dame is
pulled
the
up.
East now, isn't he? And he
Yeah.
hit like how many half-court shots?
He had like 2 or 3.
2 or 3, yeah.
Luka pulled up. Luka grabbed the inbound, took
Oh,
2
I did
steps
see
and
that, I did
threw
see
it, and then he tweets at halftime, 2 for 1
1.
analytics. I have no idea what that meant, but man just chucked the ball and then just laughed, and I was like, bro, what are
Yeah,
we doing?
because didn't it bounce off the top of the backboard and then they got the rebound and then East went down and scored? Yeah, so I turned up all the dunk contest is ruined too.
That's Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine's fault.
No, it's not, bro. We have G Leaguers running dunks. We don't have like the big flyers. LeBron should be in the dunk contest.
Because
He's
Aaron Gordon.
almost
Stephen A.
40.
I don't
Stephen
care.
A. said that this morning. He
Perfect
said,
take.
That
I
was-
perfectly agree.
that was
Yeah, I
ridiculous.
perfectly agree
That
with
was
Stephen
ridiculous.
A.
You thought that was ridiculous. He's got a point though. Like
Dude, but the
Wilkins,
thing is-
Wilkins and Jordan were running up that dunk contest,
Kobe.
and that set the and Kobe
A
won
lot
one
of
at
these
one
guys were
point.
in-game dunkers though, and I feel like LeBron could have done something, but like he doesn't. Like Zion Williamson, same way. He could do those dunks, but like they also are. I think LeBron's better in-game and dunking on people than doing creative dunks.
So put like 20 guys there and have him dunk all over them. Just give me something that's more.
Bro,
Well, to-
Mac McClung is the best thing about it, and it sucks he's G League because they show him he's like a circus animal.
Oh,
That's
you know
what they
what?
do.
You
They
know
bring
what?
him
That's an
out.
Instagram comment.
Yeah, they,
You know what broke
they
my
bring
heart?
him out and then they show him like go dunk, win. All right, we'll see you next year.
You know what breaks my heart is seeing that Osceola Magic when it could have been Lakeland Magic. I
Could have
was
been,
like-
yeah.
I was like, bro, that hurt. That hurt because I was like, they just had to move it out of Lakeland, bro. So I Jaylen Brown with the Michael Jackson glove. It was just horrible all around. I think the All-Star weekend.
Jaylen Brown sucked.
Dude,
I'm not
his-
saying that.
I don't know why he
Why
was
were the
there.
judges riding his meat so hard?
He had to have.
His dunks were terrible,
has
and
to have
he had a
blackmail
higher
on him.
score. Like Mac's first dunk was a 50. I don't care if he messed up the first time. No one's done that kind of dunk before, and it was new.
Yeah.
And he completed the second time. It was clean. He's like what 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah, he's my height.
Like, and he clears everybody every single time. Should have been a 50. 46.
And he's white.
He's
Ex-
that's
40
what I was gonna say.
yeah,
White
yeah,
men
that
can
too.
jump.
You
White
don't
men
like,
can
46 was
unless your name
crazy
is
for
Jordan Kilgannon, I don't expect you to be jumping
He-
over people.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. 46 was ridiculous.
Honestly,
for
get
that.
Jordan
Yeah.
in the dunk contest, bro.
They had
Get Jordan
him, they had
Kilgannon.
him, like years ago in an All-Star game, like before the actual.
Yeah,
game.
I
That's-
know.
He did something special.
Yeah,
like
and
that.
then everyone he did it in jeans. Now bring him,
Yeah, yeah.
put him in the dunk contest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, no, I just stopped. Like, it was so bad.
I think the beginning of him getting a 46 for a good dunk kind of took the crowd out of it too, because it was like, oh, like what are we doing? And then Jaylen Brown,
I would have gave him so
what was
much.
that?
What?
What,
No one
after the dunk
knows
was
what Jaylen
over,
Brown was
What was he
doing,
doing?
man.
It was a dab, clearly.
dude.
Bring it
but,
back.
Cam Newton appreciated it.
dude.
Cam Newton. Cam Newton's also living in 2015 with the dab because
Still
that was,
still
remember?
living.
Oh, I scored a touchdown. That's Cam Newton.
Kai Cenat, we talked about this before we started recording. Him sitting down, bro. That's any
I
NBA
can
player
clear
should be
him,
able to
bro.
do. He's only
I can
like
clear him, bro.
5'5". Him, he sat down and was streaming the whole time.
Isn't
How
he
tall?
doesn't Google say he's like 5'8"?
He's not 5'8".
He's-
Look
bro,
at
look
look at. Have you seen his streams, bro? He's shorter than everybody he has.
Not
like,
only
he's not
that, did you see the video of him visiting like the middle schoolers that were playing basketball? They were
That
all
was the
his height.
funniest
They
thing
were
I've
all
ever
his height,
seen.
bro. He's not
Man.
5'8".
And
You
it
saw that,
made-
Billy?
I
They
did,
were all like
yeah.
his height,
It
man.
made just like going off on elementary school and middle schoolers. It was the funniest thing. If Jaylen Brown would have moonwalked and then dunked with the Michael Jackson glove, I would have gave him.
No, he
like,
put
with
the Michael
fedora,
Jackson. He put the Michael Jackson glove to prove he can dunk with his left
That's
hand.
cute. Give me something a little more than that.
Just
I need
'cause
you to
he can't
moonwalk,
go left.
do the Michael Jackson league with the fedora, and then do like a windmill with the left hand. That'd be sick. Let me choreograph the dunk
The
contest.
college dunk contest is better than NBA.
You talking about the McDonald's All-American high school dudes?
because I sent
No,
you
no,
all,
no, no, no,
the
like an actual college when you sent it to me.
Because I sent you all those.
I didn't even know there
sent him all
was,
those-
to
Me
be
neither
honest
until he
with
sent
you.
me
No,
the
but
video.
then I
There
looked
is.
at all those. I looked at like 10
learn
slides
something
worth
new.
of.
We do.
It was like 10 minutes worth of
Educational.
highlights. Look them up. The dunks were electric. They were like, because the guys were dunking hard. You know what I mean? Like a lot of
Yeah.
these dunks, even if they're like not that creative, they could be better if they just like threw it down with all their power, but they
It's called
don't.
effort.
Yeah. So it's just, even that, I sat there for like 10 minutes watching those, and I was like, this is instantly better than what I watched the other night.
Yeah, it was just bad.
I don't
Like,
get
when
it.
you summed it up, it's horrible.
Three-point contest was better, which is crazy. It shouldn't be better than the dunk contest, but it was. And even though Dame winning, like, how many times has Dame won? Like,
Twice.
I know that's probably the only thing he's ever gonna win.
because Steph.
Twice.
Steph
Ain't gonna
wasn't
be a
in it.
chip.
If
Yeah,
Steph was
that's
in it.
it.
Steph got 29 in his.
He
like,
won.
would've
He won last year and won this year.
Dude, we need an NBA blacktop 3-on-3. That's what we need. Or a game of 21 or a one-on-one.
One-on-one
Like,
tournament would be
one-on-one
great.
tournament.
Isn't that Ice Cube's league?
Well, yeah, it's
Well,
the
the
3.
3v3,
Yeah.
but that's all retired players.
It's a bunch of retired. Yeah.
And we're talking
guys.
about like I want to see Kyrie cook someone one-on-one.
Because you
Yeah.
saw
Like
last
I want to
year.
physically see Kyrie get a full half court to himself. I want to see what that man can do. No 3 dribble rule, nothing. I just
best-
want to see him get in his bag and absolutely make someone fall.
No
That'd
one's
be the
guarding him.
greatest
No
thing
one's
ever.
guarding
Want him to be his victim.
Anybody?
Honestly,
Look,
Kyrie
anybody.
can cook anybody. Kyrie cooked Wemby. And then Wemby goes, that was lucky. No, it's Kyrie,
Don't
bro.
do that. Don't do. He's 7'4". You think you're making a shot on Wemby, bro? That's one of their most.
No,
impressive-
but Kyrie's got handles from
That's,
guys.
that's
That's
the,
what I'm
even
saying.
after the finish.
I'm
Wemby
trying
was
to
like,
see Kyrie absolutely cook the league on a one-on-one
I
tournament.
know, but I just want to know who his victim would be. Probably the New York mayor.
Oh my. Oh my. Oh my.
Okay.
That's the greatest thing I've ever heard.
Dude, I just saw that video the other day of somebody asking him about New York, and he's like,
Yeah.
ask the mayor.
That's the mayor.
Oh, he's gonna say, Kyrie's gonna be like, do I need my
Dude, if he
COVID
clamps,
shot?
if the New York mayor clamps with him, Kyrie has to get the vaccine. That's put stipulations on it.
The stakes are.
The stakes are high. I don't even know what
But Brian,
Kyrie's stipulations would
Last
be.
year, the best part of the All-Star game was Jaylen Brown versus Jason Tatum when they just kept going at it and like.
They
were
turned it
cooking-
into a one-on-one
Yeah,
tournament.
literally, they were cooking each other.
They
You
turned it
replace-
into a 1v1.
Get rid of the skills challenge
Oh.
or the All-Star game. I don't care. The skills challenge is so
Bro,
like.
can we talk
Scotty Barnes is I love that guy. No reason whatsoever that he
It was
went
way
to Florida
too
State,
long.
and I also like
And
him
no one
for that
cares
reason.
about it. Like,
Can we talk about Ant-Man? Shooting lefty in the
why did he?
That was funny.
skills
Because
competition.
it's not serious.
He wanted to
That's the
prove a
problem.
point. He was proving to everybody this
Side
doesn't
on the
matter.
backboard, like every time.
It doesn't. That's the problem.
Here's the only defense I'll have for it. It feels like the players are having fun because they get to chill with each other and just do
This ain't the Pro Bowl, dog.
whatever. I know, but I'm like, we don't care that they're. Unfortunately, we don't care that they're having fun. We want to see something good. And 2020 was the only time that it was competitive. The target score made it better because even if the first 3 quarters didn't matter, the target score made the fourth quarter matter for the last
Bro,
5
you
years.
saw
And
rotations.
that's what I'm saying.
You were watching rotations.
I don't know
you were
why they
seeing
took that
defensive
out.
Schemes.
because the NBA.
The target score added a bit because they were like, okay, we got to get here. We got to do what we need to do to get here. And if they were behind, they actually played hard enough to come back. Even if it wasn't their hardest, they played harder than they did if it's just 12 minutes of a fourth quarter when it means absolutely nothing. Because you're also playing for charity too, you know. So they tried to win their quarters for their charity.
I guess
so it's
they
like,
don't. Yeah.
I don't
They
know
do
why
that. Did they do that again? I don't know. Again.
no, they got rid of the target. It was just back
They
to
don't do it
normal.
for charity anymore.
I didn't see anything about charity this year.
Yeah,
but
I didn't see anything.
I'm like,
either.
I felt like that change was so. Yeah, you can make it East and West and not captains, even though I like captains better. But like the target score made sense because it added something to it. So taking it away, it was just like, oh, and then complaining about it being nothing. It's like, oh, you made it kind of nothing because you added the target score to make it something, and then you're like, oh, we'll retract that. You know?
Adam Silver needs to grow some balls and fix it. It was horrible. Like I said, I turned it off.
I don't think there's anything that they can do to motivate
Also,
players
if
to play
anyone takes
harder.
the under on any of these All-Star games, like ever, you are a psychopath. It's always going to go over.
You saw that the East had 104 at halftime, and they showed a clip of it was like a picture of Shaq and Kobe sitting on the bench after the final of an All-Star game, and the final score was 110 to 101. Final.
Yeah, bring me back to that, bro.
And this
Play
week, this
defense.
year's halftime was 104 to 80 to 94.
Yeah, no, bring that back.
These guys don't want to get hurt, and there's nothing you can do to change the fact that they don't want to get.
It's a soft league,
hurt.
bro.
So they're gonna keep doing. They're gonna keep doing whatever. It's like this game means
I'm
absolutely
not
nothing.
saying
They're
you
not-
gotta
Europe.
try it like it's Game 7 of the finals.
I know, but I'm saying that's.
I'm just saying it's what Larry Bird says. You have the best players of the league
Mm-hmm.
in each conference. People want to see the best pickup game. That's the reason why they vote the best players. If not, I'll be voting for freaking, I don't know,
He's just trying to stem
half the
load.
Hornets
Think
to
it
go to the
shouldn't
All-Star
be-
game
you
at
think it
this
shouldn't
rate.
Be fan voting then? I think fan voting is a problem because you're getting these guys that are just famous. And
No,
like,
they're
we
getting-
know they're the best. So if they switch to voting to like
I want to see Giannis jump over somebody like he does in the middle, like he did in the middle of the finals.
exactly.
Like that's what I want to see
Hey, voting, man. Shout out to Nasus Antetokounmpo. We got 3 All-Star votes, man.
Dude.
from players though. That
From
wasn't
players,
wasn't
not even fans.
Yeah, that
from
wasn't fans, that was
players.
players.
Bro, that's just a
To
meme.
start too.
That's mean.
That's just a meme, bro.
No, but you
gotta
saw
be.
the Sham God that he hit, bro.
Oh, yeah.
He cooked
On
him and they
JT
got the-
Thor, bro.
That was. Hey, he almost beat the allegations of
He
being a
broke
scrub.
he broke Twitter,
He
man.
showed that he knows a little bit of
Did
ball,
that
bro.
and then decided to 8-second violation.
Dude, I
For the
saw
8-second
Dame.
violation.
Dame was holding in that laugh, bro. He drank his.
He
Just
looked
on
at
the bench.
Giannis. He looked at Giannis like, brother, it's your brother.
Imagine your brother is so good at basketball and such a genetically freak athlete that an entire organization keeps you on the roster. You are filling a roster spot to please your brother because he is that good at basketball. That is what he is.
Once in a generation talent, man.
I know he is, bro. It's crazy.
You know Milwaukee would win like 20 games without him.
Dude, it's
Say what now?
You think Doc Rivers sucks?
Doc Rivers?
Yeah.
I don't think Doc Rivers is that bad, but they should not have fired Adrian Griffin, dude. I think
Yeah.
that was
it was a
a
defensive problem.
no, it was. I just think the firing of Griffin was. I think it was stupid in the
Didn't
middle
he
of the
lose
season.
the locker room?
No,
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
But
I think it
Does
was
Doc have the
Giannis
locker
probably
room
said
right now?
something.
I think Doc's just misunderstood.
He came
Yeah.
in, they were like, I wouldn't wish this on anybody, and took the job, which is also kind of strange.
Do
But
you
he
really
hasn't
want-
done that much
I
with
don't
them
think
so
you
far.
want Doc Rivers anywhere near a Game 7. So why would I pick a coach that? Why would I pick a coach that cannot win in the crunch time? He is probably the worst Game 7 coach that I know.
He only has that 08 ring.
He's been riding on that 08 ring for
That's all
so
he's got.
long, dude. I mean, if he couldn't get it done with Lob
Clippers.
City, if you can't get it done with Lob City, like
I'm
how
just double
are you?
checking. Is it 2024 and we're talking about an 08 ring?
Yeah, exactly.
God, what are we? Yankees
We're
fans?
coming up on the 20-year anniversary in a couple years.
God Almighty. What are we? Yankees fans,
Love that.
bro?
Love that.
I'm like it's. Oh God, I'm getting so old. It's just crazy to think about that he was the coach of that, and now he can't win a Game 7. He's got a very good Milwaukee team, and they still are slacking. Like, what is it at that
They're
point?
under 500 with him at head coach.
Yeah, they're what 3-7, I think now, something like that.
I don't but that also is correlation with midseason firings that can be a recipe for disaster. I don't think
Yeah.
any firing a coach midseason isn't gonna, unless you're Ohio State basketball. It doesn't make any sense. Like,
Jacques Vaughn got fired. I texted you that.
Text me
But the
that.
Nets are just terrible anyway.
it's the Nets.
Yeah, it's the Nets. The 2 fans that are in existence are,
He goes,
are
the
upset
two
about
fans
that.
in existence are crying right now. And I was like, yo, that's so messed up.
I'm just saying.
One of them is Mayor Adams.
Why are we back on this?
Hey, at least the Knicks are good. Somebody in New York's happy, man.
The Knicks are good.
Shout out
but
the Knicks.
Jalen Brunson is so good, bro. Like, it's actually ridiculous.
They just need to be healthy. Right now, just need to be healthy.
You know what I want to see eventually? Luka and Jokic need to be on the same team. They
Oh,
love each other.
yeah.
You saw them when they played together. Like, Who's stopping them?
brother.
Who's stopping them?
Brate,
Did you
brate.
see Luka dap up everyone in the locker room and then hug Jokic? And
The Keegan-Michael-
They said it was like
the
the Obama
Keegan-Michael
meme in
Key.
reverse. Yeah. I mean, he hugged them and he was just like
That's the worst.
they're
This is the
close.
worst month to say the Obama meme in reverse.
Happy February.
Oh my goodness! Thanks, Billy.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
Oh,
hey,
my
maybe one
gosh.
day we'll see a big Nuggets Mavs trade, dude. Jamal Murray going
no,
to. No, I doubt it. That would be the day though.
That's not gonna happen.
It's never gonna happen. No.
No, God, I
They're
mean,
never gonna play together.
You never know.
They're not, but I would love to see them. play
Mark
together.
Cuban can cook. He can cook.
Denver's not letting go of Jokic.
Yeah, the
The
question is-
Mavs are not letting go of Luka.
Well, does
No, I
Jokic
know.
really love Denver that much? Like, I've never really heard him say.
No, he
I-
likes Serbia.
Exactly. And his horses.
He likes his horses.
Like, he's never really said, I love this place. Like, he doesn't.
He never
really
said
want
I
to
love
be in
basketball
Denver."
either.
No.
He's just getting a paycheck, bro.
I just want to watch my horses race.
Literally.
That's the craziest thing ever. Is he just is like goes.
He does
just-
NBA part time.
literally.
he trains horses
He's that
full-time.
good.
He said he wears a suit to every game because it's his job, and you wear a suit to his professional. Like that's literally it.
Ew. Dude, give me like Russell Westbrook style outfits. Give me like a NBA player wearing.
What about
like,
Tyrese Halliburton's fit?
That was
Dude,
outrageous.
Dude, you mean
Don't
his
even talk to me about it.
1930s fit, bro?
He had a Corella DeVille vibe going on for a
He really did. He really did, bro. Someone said he had the
Hey,
extra,
shout out the
extra. Read
5-year-old,
all
man.
about it.
Not gonna lie.
Oh.
Cruella DeVille, underrated villain in the Disney.
Hey,
in the
shout out the
Disney art.
5-year-old though, man. He's cooking for real.
Who?
Tyrese Halliburton.
Oh
Born
yeah.
February 29th.
Oh, the leap year? Yeah.
He's technically 5 years old. That's crazy. He was born in February 29th.
Yeah, so I
Thousand.
got a question about that. If you, because my brother's birthday is February 28th, do you sell it? If you're born on the 29th, do you sell it? You can't celebrate on the 28th because the 28th was the day before. You have to celebrate it on March 1st. Anyone that celebrates on the 28th, I think has it backwards. Does that make sense?
I feel like either one is
I
like.
think
No.
I'll just flip flop.
What do you mean
Yeah.
flip flop?
Like I'll do 1 year the first, the next year the 28th.
Why? Because you were born on the
Just-
29th, 28,
But you only
29.
get that every so
Just to
often.
switch
so
it.
I
Yeah.
understand that, but the day
Just to say, because then when people ask you when's your birthday,
March 1st.
February 28th, and then you ask the next person, they say March 1st, bro. They're like, wait, when is this guy's birthday? You just never know. But
People
you
probably celebrate it as a birth week. Like, to be honest.
you live life
kinda
in
low-key
mysterious.
broken.
This is even another thing that pisses me
You-
off.
you
Bro,
live-
your birthday is one day.
Bro,
Relax.
the only
You don't-
thing.
It's my
No.
birth.
It's birth month. Yeah, birth month.
Dude,
You
birth
don't need,
year.
You don't need a
Birth
week.
year.
You don't need
Of a month,
your birth
August is?
year? Bro, every year is your
August.
birth year at that point. What are we talking
No,
about?
you know how
a
great
week is too
celebrate
long.
me.
Like, great, we get it. You lived. You didn't
No,
die.
it's
Great
week
job.
is too short. August is the
What are you
greatest
talking
month.
about?
August is the greatest month for two reasons. One, my birthday. Two, because it's my favorite holiday. And two, college football comes back.
I thought he was going to say he makes those NFL preseason bets. Under on
Do
everybody.
you though?
Do I do what?
Make the preseason bets.
I had to think for a second. I do. I do. I'm gonna let you know this now. I'm gonna let you know this now. No, I won't plead the fifth. I didn't know I was on trial here. Trey Palmer's receiving yards over last preseason were money.
Case in point.
Oh, man.
There's always something to bet on. I bet on darts today, dog. I mean, there's always something to bet on. I have a 500 bet too.
Dude, maybe we need to call the hotline for
Oh, the gambler? No.
There's always something to bet.
I lost my tennis bet today too.
Cole, I need you to listen to yourself, man. let's think about that.
Oh man, you know what I knew it was bad? You know, I was feeding and I realized I had a problem. Is when it was 2020 and the world was shut down and the only thing I could bet on was Korean baseball. And I was out one night.
What about cricket?
I mean, just bet on India and Pakistan at that point. So, I was like with my buddies and we were out drinking and I was like, man, I really could like use some sports. And they said, I have a lock. It was Korean baseball. And it was Dragons versus like the Godzillas or something. I don't really remember. and I was like, I threw like 150 on some Korean baseball bet. But I got rained out, so I got the money back, and then I was like, I should probably take a break. And I took a break, and then immediately I went back into it. I think one of the worst bets I ever made was Norfolk State plus 33.5 against Gonzaga when I first started betting. And I was like, there's no way Gonzaga covers this. I don't care if they're a 1 seed. Dude, they won that game by 60. 60.
Oh my.
60.
How much did you
When
bet
was
on
that bet? Was that peak Drew Timmy days of Gonzaga? or was that-
Yeah, it was my
Oh,
first
yeah.
weekend. I had gotten a stimulus check from the government, and I lost half of it.
Stimmy go.
I lost $700 that weekend. It was my first real weekend of betting, and
Never forget the $1,500 stimmy, bro.
dude, that stimmy was like crack. I loved it. I was out in Tampa, and I was with my boys, and we all were on Norfolk State, and then I bet on like the UCLA over whoever they played, and that did not hit. It did not hit either. It was just bad.
I'm crying.
Oh, this is where that Sunday we made a little gambling cave, and I walk in and I go, I had 70 on 1st to 10 between Arkansas and Texas Tech. Arkansas got 8 and Texas Tech was at 5. It ended 10-8, and I was like, and it was Texas Tech, and I realized, yep, I lost it all, and I just gave half my stimmy to the bookie. But we've bounced back. We've won bets. We've lost bets. Like this weekend, we lost this weekend was so bad.
What's the most obscure sport besides Korean baseball that you've ever bet on?
I mean, isn't darts pretty obscure?
No, darts is
pretty
pretty
random.
big, and it's random here,
I
but it's
wanna go
big in like
so
Europe
bad.
and stuff. So what's another one? You've got to have something like totally.
Ever bet on figure skating?
Bro,
Hell no.
You bet on like.
You bet on
motocross or
equestrian?
something?
Motocross. I've bet on lacrosse. I've bet on equestrian.
Yeah.
Oh, like horse betting?
Like
Or
horse running.
racing? Of course, it's the Kentucky Derby. Of course.
No,
I mean,
no.
Equestrian is like the.
Equestrian is the horse shows where they like jump
dances
over the
and stuff
things.
that
Yeah.
they do.
I mean, just take whichever Russian horse there is. I don't know what to tell you. Gymnastics, no.
They got croquet betting.
There's an option for it, but I've never clicked on it.
I didn't think it was real.
Across his mind, he's like,
was like, he's
he's
thought
held
about
back.
it.
He's
I'm
like,
too scared to do Russian ping pong.
Oh man.
I've watched it.
That's crazy.
Iraqi soccer. Oh no. I was at work. It was 3 p.m. This is the most obscure thing I ever bet on. The equivalent to the NHL, but in Finland. And I was telling the guy on Twitter, and I was like, "Oh, locks." And it was I can't even pronounce the names. He was like, "They're good up to 3 goals." So I alt spreaded them to like -2.5, and I put like 100 on it, and then they were down. So then I live bet them, and I threw another like 200 on it, and they lost. And then I went on like a quick week-long Finnish hockey betting kind of thing. It was like their night games were at 3 p.m., so I'm just sitting at work at my desk up in Tallahassee, just like sweating profusely because I can't watch it. I can't find a stream of it, so I'm just watching it on a Finland, the equivalent of Finland but ESPN site, and I'm just watching the game cast. And I don't even know how to pronounce names. I don't know how to
he's
pronounce.
just watching it go through.
No, not even that. I was just watching words pop up on the play-by-play. And that's some of the worst way to watch your bets is to watch it via that.
Reddit Finland streams.
Dude, I didn't even think about that.
You opened up his entire world. Now he's gonna go back to it.
No, I'm not touching the
Getting
Finnish.
everybody an idea.
I'm not touching the Finnish hockey. I bet on NASCAR. I won $500 on NASCAR one time. That was electric. I do have a problem with that Hideki Matsuyama guy that kind of went nuclear this weekend.
I love
Made
how
a
this is
lot of
therapy.
jokes.
This is his therapy session, bro.
This is not a therapy session.
He's recounting
A
all.
therapy session would mean that I grow from this. If anything, it just makes me want to
He's gonna
bet
put
more.
a bet in right now.
I was looking. No Gregson top 10 today. No Gregson to finish in the top 10. Why? He follows me on Instagram. He's the homie. I met him out here in Lakeland one night.
He exuberates your personality too. I'm a NASCAR fan, so I know
Sweet.
about.
Who do you got winning?
Who do I got? I think Kyle Busch is winning it this year.
Oh!
I
Did
think-
I say that last week?
I think
told you
Kyle
that.
Busch is winning
Yes,
this year.
yes, he's due. That's
You
my
said
bet.
Kyle
Plus
Busch is due.
1,200.
Talk.
I did say Kyle Busch. He's due.
He's never won a 500.
His
It's
car's
this
paint
year.
scheme looks like
With RCR,
crap.
it's this year, man.
Dude, his car paint scheme looks like crap. Gosh.
It's all right.
There went my little Cole's betting corner. It was a bad weekend. But we
Yeah,
come
that
back.
should be a segment, dog.
Yes, Cole's
Cole's betting corner.
More like the coffin corner, dog. I mean, putting in a pinewood box. And the next thing you know, one week I'm getting put into the pinewood box, and the next week I'm the Undertaker, and I'm like, I'm back, and I'm like sitting up like I'm the Undertaker, and I'm like, wah. You guys know what I'm talking about? Yeah. It's a great meme.
yeah.
My mom just texted me.
Dude, shout out mom.
Are you talking about losing bets again? No, I'm just kidding. That's what mom said.
Dude, she was pissed. She's like, don't let it become addicting. I said, joke's on you. It's been addicting for 4 or 5 years now. I stopped drinking, so if I'm allowed to have one bad habit, why not make it one of the most dangerous habits on the face of the earth?
You probably lose a lot more money betting than.
Hey,
I don't want to talk about it.
but 99.9% of gamblers quit before the big hit.
Exactly. That's what Warren Buffett said.
Shout out Kyle Busch. He's due.
He 20 plus years, and I said that last week. If he does win, you gotta bet
for a big
you
one.
gotta bet on him to die in the next like 3 Daytona 500s because that's just how it works. If you try 20 plus times, you go out the Dale Earnhardt style.
Dale Earnhardt literally 20 years of trying, and in 1998.
He won it. Year I
won.
was born, 1998. I'm
Yep.
an old man, so let's just.
I'm a 99 guy, so.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Oh,
so it's all good.
you guys are bibis.
I know.
You guys are bibis. Anyways, yeah, the OG days of NASCAR, which, God, I wish we could put a dome over Daytona so we didn't have to wait until 4 o'clock today to watch it. But, yeah, Kyle Busch, he's due, bro. And if he doesn't win, I will be very sad because he's due.
Cash on the Noah Gragson top 10.
Yeah,
First
dude.
race with Stuart
Plus
Haas.
220.
Yeah.
He ran top 10 in a shit
He
box.
said alt spread. I don't even know what that
I
is,
didn't know
bro.
what that was either. I was
alt
just
spread?
like, yeah.
Alternative spread. It's where like
Just because you said the full word doesn't mean I still
knew
know what it
ultimate
means.
alternative, but like, what
so
is it?
like you have the game line. So I'll put in what would be the most equivalent sport, football or basketball? Which one do y'all want?
Doesn't matter.
We'll put it into football terms. So say that the Bucks are
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
I wasn't gonna.
Don't
say
worry
I
about
wasn't
it, don't
gonna
worry
say
about
Bucks are 3.5 point underdogs to the Saints. We'll use that as an example. I know for a fact that the quarterback is Derek Carr. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to click the thing that says alternative spread, and I'm going to put the Bucks at higher odds. I'm going to say, I think the Bucks are like a touchdown favorite. So I'm going to put them at -6.5 at plus like 200 or 300, and I'm going to put the equivalent of a mortgage payment that Johnny Depp pays on his 12 houses to beat the Saints and Derek Carr. Now, if it was J-Bo, I'm betting on the Saints.
We literally beat y'all in the last couple games of the season. We beat you in Tampa.
That's cute. That's
we literally
adorable.
beat you in Tampa.
How many did you make the playoffs?
Dude,
Did you
we
make
would
the
still had a.
playoffs?
You know what?
Did
Let's
you
get
make
into this since we're back to football because how a cancer.
So
to the
how's
locker
life in the
room-
AFC West over there, buddy?
Hey, man,
As a
apparently,
Raider
apparently,
fan.
we're not
hey,
moving
apparently
on,
the
we're not moving
script
on.
says the Raiders are going next year against the Seahawks. I've already seen script leaks
Oh,
on
you know
that.
how bad Derek Carr was. He was on the Raiders.
I like Derek Carr, but
That's
he,
the horrible
No,
thing
no.
to say.
Let's do this.
I
Thing.
know,
'Cause
I like
this is
Derek
what I
Carr.
really had to say to you. A cancer to the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
A cancer. How dare you? This is how I know you don't know him. He is a respectable
Baker
man.
Mayfield
Cancer to
fan.
the locker room means like Antonio Brown is a cancer to the locker room. If you think he's on the same if you
CTESPN.
think he's on the same level of that,
Antonio
you're
Brown's
Him and
insane.
Chandler
You're
Jones.
insane.
Guys,
a cancer is strong.
Misunderstood.
No.
Antonio Brown just misunderstood.
This guy's making me laugh too much, bro.
What are we talking about? I can't even look at him. This is
Make
insane.
sure y'all tap in. Anti-Derek Carr Association.
you
Shirts
guys-
go live soon.
There it is, the
If you want to learn about Antonio
He's
Brown,
a
go check out his
mid-tier
Twitter
level
feed.
quarterback in the NFL. Derek Carr.
CTESPN,
He's not the worst.
ladies and
He's not
gentlemen.
the
You
worst.
talk about
You look
Derek
at the
Carr.
numbers. No. You look at the numbers. at
Forrest
the end of the
Gump, where he
season.
goes, Forrest is right below here. Well, Derek Carr's right down there.
He's not. He's really not as
not
bad as
good.
you made it. He's not as bad as
The
you
last
made it.
name's Carr. You're not
You need
destined
to
for.
get J-Bo's meat out of your mouth, dude. Straight
No, I
up.
refuse.
No, it's like I love Jameis Winston too,
He's a
but
handsome man. I
relax.
refuse.
He's
a very
great.
handsome
He's a
man.
locker room guy.
Speaking of-
Like, he's
hold on, let me
not-
interrupt
He's
you
not
real
gonna
quick.
carry
Take a
the
bullet
whole
for
season.
Jameis
Let me
Winston.
interrupt you real quick. You know he's coming here, right?
Yeah. The roundup.
Oh, he's coming here, right?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah,
no matter
J-Bo's
what.
being here.
Yeah.
J-Bo's coming to Florida Southern
Oh no,
College.
no, it's a virtual.
J-Bo's gonna be here virtually.
Virtually. He's coming here via Zoom and or Skype, and I will be decked out and head to toe in my Florida State stuff. I would take a bullet for James Winston.
I can't listen.
You
to
should just give me a little bit of
I
respect.
Continue.
I can't listen to you talk about the Saints any longer because you're just saying stuff.
I can say
Like,
what I
you're just-
want.
Bro, I know you can.
It's
You
division.
can. But you're just such a Bucks fan that it's just like.
the Bucks have won the NFC South.
And that's great for y'all, but like Baker Mayfield is great. But to just
Thank you.
completely
Oh my
disrespect
God.
Derek Carr as a man, not even as a football player, but as a person,
Who did I say as a person?
cancer to the locker room
Yeah,
is
he's a cancer to the
that's
locker room as
just
a
a
per-
bad
as a
guy as a
player.
cancer to the locker room. No, not as a player.
He's a bad guy because he
he's
refuses
not.
to step
The
out
guy's
of his
respecting
own way
his
and let the
leader.
true
He
heart
is-
and soul of the team quarterback that team.
Dude, the problem is the coaches.
It's February.
They don't.
What are you talking about?
They don't respect the coach. That's not his fault. Dude, Dennis Allen, they don't like him. They don't respect him. Get rid of him. But they don't want to get rid of him because the ownership is stupid. But that's
Okay.
not Derek Carr's fault.
It's 100% Derek Carr's fault.
How is that his fault that the coach
He
is
can't make
terrible?
a pass. He's not good.
He did make.
He's not good. You missed the playoffs. The Bucks were not good.
Dude,
we beat you.
missed the playoffs
We made the
because another
playoffs.
team had the same. You had the same record as
And we
us.
still made the
You
playoffs.
had the same record. We're both 9-8.
That's
We're
cool.
Both 9-8.
That's cool. Guess who's hanging the banner? NFC South champs. Guess who went into the
The
divisional
NFC South
round?
is not that hard to win.
Us.
All right. Anyways, that.
Everything you said. Everything you said.
My stomach hurts, Billy.
Everything you said.
I'm
What
crying,
about
man.
baseball, Brian? You want to get into baseball? Let's talk about baseball. I can't even.
Hey, Jorge Soler
yeah.
officially signed with the Giants. Shout out Jorge.
No, don't shout out Jorge.
We're talking
Don't
about
shout
the
out
Giants.
Jorge.
Like
San Francisco Giants.
I thought we were talking about the New York Giants.
He said MLB.
or the
I
little
shouted
or
out
the
Soler.
Little Giants.
Ooh.
Great movie.
Oh, I thought he was just.
No, you've
straight-
never seen the Little Giants. You don't know what I'm talking about?
I've never seen
The,
that. either.
the
I've heard it- I've
annexation
heard
of
of it,
Puerto
I've
Rico
heard
is one of the greatest plays I've ever seen on a football field.
Did
It's
y'all
cinema.
did y'all see that there was a hockey game before we get to MLB
Oh, thank you for talking hockey.
at MetLife?
It was beautiful.
Did y'all
Yeah.
see the commercial
No, I did not.
with Tommy DeVito? Shout
Oh
out.
yeah, ESPN posted.
ESPN
yeah.
commercial.
Tommy
Yeah, it was on
Cutlets.
TikTok. Yeah, Tommy Cutlets.
Dude,
Shout out TD.
you
man.
want to talk about hockey? My Lightning got their, you know what's kicked in by the
By
Florida
who?
Panthers.
By who?
I'm sorry. Wait.
No,
By who?
not just kicked.
By who?
Yeah.
Obliterated.
Hey Billy, I don't know if you can count on your fingers, but can you count on your fingers
Fair
how
enough.
many Stanley Cups the Lightning have? Here, we'll do it together. Ready? We'll go 1, we'll go 2, and then we'll go 3.
4,
Now on your other
2021.
hand, other hand, ladies and gentlemen, let's count the Florida Panthers Stanley Cup appearances. We'll just start with appearances. 1, 2, and now on this hand, how many of those have they won? Oh, you're 0-2. You're 0-2. Winning a regular season game means nothing. I don't care. It's we own you. It's Tampa Bay. We're Hockey Town, USA. God, their team's getting so
Hey, shout out all the Lightning fans. I told you guys this. I got an interview with the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Really?
On
Yeah.
Tuesday, yeah.
Can't stand that organization.
All the Lightning fans are gonna be upset by that.
Austin Matthews needs to get paid. They
I don't know.
beat
We went-
us.
we're
I went to
0-2.
that
'Cause
what's that watch
we
party
made it last
with
year.
Toronto. It's acted
but,
like they won
you
the
know,
Stanley Cup. It was the
We
craziest thing of all time.
embarrassed.
It took them
the
60
team that
years to
made
win a
history.
series, so they were.
Oh, last
definitely
night it
gonna
was
be
9-2, or not last night, the night before.
Yeah, whatever.
Saturday. It was
Saturday.
9-2. Almost got history made. Almost scored 10, but you know.
Congrats.
We're humble. We're humble.
You're very humble.
Yeah.
Humble in defeat, right?
Humble.
Your 2 losses. Dude, you want to talk about defeat? The whole last year was bad for the entire South Florida area. How many like championships you gonna make and then just?
Fair enough, but
Yeah,
when
thank you,
when
thank
you
you.
go up against number 1 seeds,
Thank you. Thank you.
don't get me started on them. Right now.
Thank you.
Don't get me started on them right now.
Oh,
I came prepared today.
No, it's
Miami
just
on
my only
Miami,
black
man.
hoodie. Don't get me started on them, man.
FAU owns South Florida. Well, not anymore because USF owns FAU. Shout out the bullies.
Dude,
going
90
dancing.
90-86 victory.
I
is
wanted to
huge.
table the baseball talk because I know that's going to get real big with this guy over here. I wanted to talk March Madness is coming up, dude. March Madness, we're getting active. We're getting active. The bullies. I mean, a
My
lot of money on the
Razorbacks are
bullies.
folding this year. We're not going back.
Oh, the Must Bus kind of hit a
Must Bus hit a
flat tire?
a blockage.
a big blockage. That's
We're stuck
so
at the
good.
we're stuck at the border right now, dude.
Yeah, we
keep-
suck.
We're
bro.
You
terrible.
couldn't be stuck at the border.
We lost 2 players.
No, we're trying to make it out of the border of Arkansas and go
We
to the
made-
big
we got
dance,
2
and we can't
players
even
get
make it out.
drafted.
There really
last
isn't any
year.
border issues in America right now.
No, there isn't. It's that bad for us. That's what I mean.
What do you say?
UM.
Making a lot of jokes.
Yeah.
Just joke.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
joke.
Just joke.
Straight up
UM.
false.
Happy February.
Happy February.
He said he's stuck at the border. I said that's impossible. America doesn't have a border
Can't
problem.
get out of our own way, bro.
Hey,
It's not a political podcast.
No. We just like to make jokes.
Yeah.
UM went from going to the Final Four last year. We were having our own conversation.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
I'm
Did you
listening.
beat Boston College?
UM went from being in the Final Four last year to not in tournament this year. That's gonna hurt me. But speaking of, I will laugh at them.
Yeah, you should. It's a laughable program.
Shout out Nick. Nick sent me a picture and they said that Madden NCAA 2025 that they're gonna have that it's so realistic that UM doesn't have a quarterback kneel on their playbook.
Yeah, they also don't have crowd noise either. Dude, I'll go in on UM, dude. I can't stand those guys. But if you really want me to go in, I'll go in on the University of Florida. I can't stand those guys either. I mean, that's one thing we can agree. At least we play each other every year.
I forgot how passionate FSU fans are sometimes.
Dude, I
love it.
tattooed Noel on my thigh.
Oh my goodness.
It's a matching tattoo with my best friend. Did you not know that?
Show it right now.
Well, he's got pants. I don't want him to drop his pants on.
Oh,
our
I thought it was.
podcast.
I thought it was.
No, it's on
I
my
was like,
thigh.
you should
It's
show
on my
it,
thigh. It really doesn't even mean for Florida State. It's got a Florida State font.
like-
it's
it's
for
like that
Noah
dude-
and Cole got a tattoo. Noel. So that's my bestie.
It's like that dude Sal from Impractical Jokers. He's got Jaden Smith on both of his thighs, bro.
That is-
Realistic pictures of Jaden Smith on both of his thighs. No joke.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'd cry.
I will say this. March Madness is going to be electric because Purdue is going to get bounced in the first round.
Put the house on UConn.
Oh, yeah. UConn's
On
unstoppable.
100%.
Yes.
Yes.
100%. They cannot stop.
There's going to be one magic moment that you're never going to see. No?
Sister Jean making another
What,
one.
like Edward
Is she
Waters?
still alive?
I think she is still alive.
Jesus.
Well,
I
we
thought
got
she
like
was
Edward Waters coming out of like left field and beats UConn.
Shout out Jacksonville. I'm just, Edward Waters. Hey.
No, I don't think Edward Waters will, but like, there's a lot of good.
Dude, she's 104.
Hey, what is
Shout out Sister
Fairleigh,
Jean, dog.
is Fairleigh Dickinson making another run?
They are not good.
No, Fairleigh
they are
Dickinson's
not
not
good.
doing anything.
FAU ain't making a run. You're going to make a run. USF Bulls are on a roll. They're on an 11-game win
Is
streak.
UMD in it this year?
Real?
I have no idea. I haven't watched a lot of college basketball.
What'd you say?
Is UMD
I don't think
in it?
they're
I
top
don't think
25
they
right
are.
UMB.
UMD. I don't think
Maryland.
Oh,
Maryland.
they're not.
No.
No, I didn't think so.
no.
They're not good.
My
good.
Knowles aren't in it.
They were in it last year, which
It's
is
a big
surprising.
pair.
Well, your Knowles just had 23 dropped on them at halftime.
That's adorable.
By
We
one player.
Who won this
Jared
year in
McCain.
basketball? Miami or Florida State? Just
Oh,
can't
Miami
remember.
sucks.
I'm just saying, you got our best player transferred in, Matthew Cleveland,
Yeah,
and he
did.
scored 2 points against us. Anyways,
I think so.
ow.
We lost 2 players
We had
to the
the
draft.
war
though.
chant going at Miami. It was so beautiful. But back to what I was saying.
We had 2 players drafted last year.
All right, just.
So what was funny is
Billy,
about
this is insane.
So this is my thing.
I love
I
this.
listen to podcasts and like they talk about Zach Edey. Zach Edey's not good. He's not good. He's 7 foot a million, and if your game plan is just revolving around him, just getting him the ball and just trying to make play, like
Looking up Zach Edey right now.
you're looking up Zach Edey.
Yeah, because
You
I
don't know
forgot.
his
Oh,
player
I
of the
know this
year.
guy. I just forgot what.
Yeah,
I
he
forgot
was.
his
the
He
name.
year
got caught
last year.
snapping a 16-year-old, but people don't want to talk about that.
Shout out
Josh
Josh Giddey.
Hey, my man beat the case.
I don't know if he beat the. Did he beat the case?
Technically.
What did Carla Malone it?
Technically,
kinda
technically
just-
they dismissed it.
Yeah, they just.
Oh,
Yeah.
because I think that she was in like a 21 and up club, and she's a child. But whatever.
I think she was 18.
No, because
No,
then
she
it
was
wouldn't
like
be illegal.
17. She was
No,
something
the
like that.
family
She
didn't
was
want to
right under,
cooperate
yeah,
with it
17.
too. There was proof. He has too much money for it to be.
It is. There's probably settlements.
Yeah.
We all love a good settlement.
Yeah.
The Florida State ACC news just dropped.
I was like,
theirs
what are
in
you
the
referring
news.
to?
No, no, my God.
I was like, you want to fill
Oh
us
my
in
God.
on?
No,
the
not talking
Cole
about
story?
not Karl Malone settlements or Michael
back-
Jordan or Jimmy Butler settlements. You remember?
Takes me back to James
You know
of
about that?
2014.
Like his dad might be MJ because of.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah, 100%. You jumped up at Jimmy B. But back to
I
my
thought you were disrespecting my.
no, God no.
Especially now at a time of hardships for him.
Yeah, emo Jimmy's really
Dude,
feeling
that's one
it.
of the funniest things when I'm on the ESPN
No, because
app, and
he's
got that.
Yeah, he's away from the team right now.
Oh, personal
Oh,
reasons,
why?
right?
Yeah, he had a family member pass away.
Oh,
That's sad.
I was like, "What do you mean settlement?"
this cup of coffee's for you, Jimmy B.
I was like, "We don't disrespect my glorious
The
king like that."
funniest thing, I
glorious emo.
I want to
like
get
that.
back to is Purdue. I mean, we don't really have to talk NCAA. I just know March Madness is coming up. Purdue's ranked top, whatever. They just lost to Ohio State. They are a guarantee, like, they're going to get bounced. They are not a good team. I don't understand it and why people keep ranking them. Like, they're not good. The proof's in the the record and stuff. So if your whole game plan is around passing it to your 7'4" guy, but he gets locked down and he can't make the shots and all that stuff, you really have no game plan. The point guard's good at spreading the ball around, but like, I'm just tired of all these teams like Kentucky, like bad teams. I know Kentucky just upset Auburn, but I hate that this like, you can't really push. And this is a problem across all sports with rankings and stuff. Those historically good programs always get like the push, and I just can't stand that. But in March Madness should be good. One magic moment. I'm hoping that I make a lot of money during March Madness like I did during bowl season, but we'll see. You never know. Probably won't.
We should have you back on after March Madness and see how that.
Oh, the
went.
goals coffin corner. See if if I've risen after 3 days. Who
Yeah.
knows?
We're gonna see Cole in an angel outfit.
He comes in all white.
That's right. I bought this with my winnings.
I hope LJ Cryer and Houston make a run. I think Houston's due.
Houston might.
I think
win the
Houston
whole
really
thing,
is looking
actually.
good this
Granted,
year.
I will be on Iowa State plus 10 tonight. But
Iowa
that's neither here
Iowa
nor
State's been hot too, man.
there. Yeah, they're ranked. And then
I think they're fifth.
South Carolina was on a roll. I was really happy with those guys. But no, I think they're 10th. Iowa State.
Are they 10? I thought they were top 5.
I don't
No,
know.
they're not top 5.
They're not.
But-
Marquette's been good too, but it's also
It's Marquette.
Shout out Jimmy B.
Tennessee can make a run though.
Tennessee can
Tennessee
make a
could
run.
always make it.
They're
the
controlling the
SEC is
SEC,
really
Next
good.
over there, bro.
The SEC is
He's
really good
balling,
at
bro.
basketball.
Except Kentucky this year apparently.
But
Kentucky's
shout out
not
Rob
good.
Dillingham, bro. Shout out Rob Dillingham.
He's tough, bro. Ever since
He's
that
disgusting,
that
bro.
one game where he was
Dropped
just doing
30.
everything by himself.
Yeah, where he dropped
and
like
the
30.
announcers were all like, yeah.
Yeah. No, he nice. He's projected like top 10. He's a bench player. Rob Dillingham from Kentucky. He's projected top 10 this year's draft. He's a bench player.
That's crazy.
Yeah. if I'm Cal, I'm starting him, bro. You need to start him.
Do we think Duke and UNC are still going to be legitimate this year?
Dude, that stuff's lost so much luster since both their coaches retired,
That's-
bro.
yeah.
It's like, dude, you just
It depends how Philip Filipkowski, I think that's how his last name is pronounced.
who?
The center, Kyle.
Oh, see, I don't even know. Oh, Filipowski.
Yeah.
That guy.
Because, hey, my Hogs beat Duke earlier in the year, and everybody thought we were about to make a run.
But Jared McCain's
He
getting
got
hot
stuck at the
now.
border, apparently, is what you told me.
Arkansas border, man.
But Jared McCain's getting hot
You
now.
sure it's that
Jared
border?
McCain,
It might be the
That's what
Texarkana border for all I know.
That's
Love
what
it.
I'm thinking.
He dropped 30. He
that
dropped
west-
35.
I had no idea who he was until I saw a
West.
TikTok. And now
Is it
I love
Weast?
Really?
Weast.
You didn't know he was
Tennessee.
like that? He was like top 10 in high school.
Jared McCain.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I was just trying to make a March Madness joke.
35 on FSU.
Was
Yeah,
it
no, I
35
saw
on
it. I saw
FSU?
it.
That's why he doesn't. That's why it was a little. It
Yeah,
hurt
it's,
him a little bit.
listen,
I
bro.
saw it.
What are you
Highlights.
gonna do? It's Duke. We need.
Fair enough.
Our coach is like, he's in his like 80s. Coach Ham. He used to coach Miami. He's in his 80s. Love the guy. Yo, time to go to Florida Presbyterian, dog.
Dude, I forgot
Retirement home.
Forgot
right on
Iowa
Lake
State
Hunter.
and Houston are playing tonight.
Yeah, so I got them
Forgot-
plus. Yeah, I got them plus 10. I got
Plus
Iowa
10.
State. Yeah, why not? I don't know.
Spreads
Probably gonna lose.
Houston at minus
All right.
9.5.
Baseball.
Ah, yes.
Like we wanted to
I
go,
want
like-
to talk about
like we wanted to
women's
go.
college basketball.
Oh,
really.
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin
Dude,
Clark.
Sabrina
Not just her.
Ionescu.
Not just her. Juju
Did you know
Watkins.
she doesn't wear that
Juju
uniform
Watkins is too.
outside of Sabrina Ionescu? She's hot.
That's not where I was going.
What
with
did
it.
you just say?
No, because I saw exactly what you were talking about.
Dude, I was shocked. I was like, dude, that's what she has under that New York Liberty uniform?
That's
She's hot.
not where I was intending to go with this conversation. But we can't deny the
She's
post that came
attractive.
out. The makeup is doing
But she
wonders.
doesn't wear that
Anyways,
ponytail and she wears that brown dress with those boots.
I wanted because I saw this post
Caitlin
a few
Clark.
days ago. No, but Juju Watkins
Caitlin
too.
Clark.
USC.
Yeah, Juju
USC
dropped
is
50.
crazy. They both have had.
She broke
She had
Caitlin's record.
No, because she had 170 and Caitlin Clark at 165. Most points in a five-game stretch as a freshman
freshman,
since
yeah, she broke her record.
1999. So they're both. I think Caitlin Clark obviously gets more media recognition because
she
of
just broke the
she's
national
just
record.
a different. The way she plays is just obviously different from women's basketball. But Juju is underrated too.
She's super
and I think
marketable, too.
She should be. Yes, she is. I think Juju should be talked about more though, because she's as a rookie, like she's tough.
I didn't even look
She's
at
a
the
freshman.
A freshman, sorry.
Oh, there's some women's basketball being played right now.
Did we see how Caitlin broke the record though? Did you see it?
Yeah, from the logo.
Yeah.
Dog.
When she just pulled up, no
Dog,
hesitation.
That's crazy.
That was nasty.
Huh?
That's
Like how?
I said that's
This
crazy.
dude, after all the memes of women's basketball the last few years, like this is exactly what
they need
the
to
sport,
capitalize.
this is
They
what
need to
the sport
capitalize.
needs.
women's basketball is in a great spot. You have so much
is.
talent in college right now that
yes.
once they go pro, like the WNBA is progressing. It's just
Till
going
till
to.
Paige said, "I'm staying another
Yeah,
year."
Paige did
I
this.
think she
did
had
say-
to. Didn't she
yeah.
tear her ACL?
She could go, bro.
She
She's
did,
still
so
top
she was
five.
out for a year.
She was still projected
but
first
Billy,
round.
you get what I'm saying? That like once they go pro and like it's not progressing the same speed as NBA was, but in the next 5 to 10 years, like there's gonna be a lot of talent and it's gonna be more interesting to watch because the game is growing and they're getting better. It's just a lot slower.
Caitlin's about to break the all-time
Caitlin's-
scoring record in her first year.
We saw this before, like when UConn basically had all the best players in the world, right? The Maya Moore era, when they basically didn't lose a game for 3-4 years it was. I mean, at that time we all thought the WNBA was about to get better. And Maya Moore was really good in the
Yeah,
WNBA,
Sue
but
Bird
it
too,
didn't
yeah.
the buzz just didn't feel the same when she got there. And so now I'm curious to see like
with Caitlin.
Does the Caitlin Clark buzz continue in the WNBA? And if it
depends
does,
where she goes.
Especially
That's-
after
no, it does.
Aaliyah Boston last year.
yeah.
I think it's my point is like on average the skill is better because you look at I don't know if you know Malaysia Fulwiley, who that is. She had a highlight that I've never seen in women's basketball before. It was just like the way they move with the ball. She looked like I don't want to compare it to like the handle was more reminiscent of a high skilled like handle for
What's
like
her name?
Malaysia Fulwiley.
Like the flight, Malaysia?
Like
No,
the
it's
country,
not-
you mean?
it's-
like the country?
It's a very
At least let's say something positive. Not the freaking. Like the country at least would have been fine. Bro,
What's more?
that's how you spell it. But like she
what's more memorable? Yeah, definitely.
hold on.
There are
I just
two
clicked off.
things.
You should look
right
up.
there to your left.
Hey, you should
South
look
Carolina.
up. You
Dude,
should look
wanna talk
up.
about dynasty team.
You should look up.
That's what
Ula
I'm saying.
Chamberlain
The
from
average skill is getting better. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, for sure. 100%. And
Yeah, because she was doing stuff with the ball and like had like I think fake behind the back and like an up and under lay that like you don't see in women's basketball right now, but it looked very like that's my point is like it's getting more and more like
I
that.
can
as time goes
confidently
on.
say I would probably lose a one-on-one to any of the women.
Dude, Arike
Oh,
Gumbawale had a video come out when she was training with so she's her brother's in the NFL. I think he's on the Packers.
I would
maybe?
have known that
Yeah.
name if I heard
Yeah,
it.
Arike Gumbawale. I remember because she hit back-to-back game winners in the playoffs when she was in college. I forgot which team she played for, but I've known her name since because it's one of the most African names I've ever read in my life. Straight up.
Not ball.
It's one. I said one of. No,
Bobo's
but
a crazy name.
There was a
dog.
video of her training with like she was playing with dudes and like they was showing the skill gap with regardless of if they're women or men, they're still professional ball players.
Oh,
and she was
facts.
cooking them. So I
she
think
should.
any guy that plays pickup at LA Fitness is like, oh, I could beat them. Like
No,
she's working.
bro, you're
out.
at LA Fitness for a
Yeah,
reason.
no,
dog.
that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna let you know this right now. I can go get you a double-double at a pickup game. I can go get you 11 high fives and 11 water breaks.
11, let's go.
11, that double-double gonna go crazy.
11, come on, baby.
This right now too. I'm fouling out.
shot, boy.
Listen, I'm gonna get you that 11-11, but I'm fouling out. So that's what's gonna happen.
Give me 3 ICU big dogs and
You guys
we're
remember
good.
Lambier? I'm essentially the pickup version of Lambier. I'm just gonna come up with flying elbow because
All right,
all I
Ron
know is
Artest.
defense.
All right, Ron Artest.
Dude.
Meta World Peace.
Meta,
My
baby.
Isn't it Meta Artest right now?
I don't know what it is, but it's Meta
Something.
World Peace.
But he's going to give you the Udonis minutes, man. Those 5 glorious Udonis Haslam minutes in the
They
fourth.
gifted that man a rocking chair. They
That
said,
was
you can rest.
That was now.
That was funny.
UD back in the day was essential.
No, he was. 2011, yes.
Never forget when they hit Dwayne Wade and he said, "Yeah." He looked at his poster and Pat Riley in the eyes. He goes, "Yeah, it's over." Went over and goes, boom, knocked him out. Bro, cut his face. Cut his eyebrow, started bleeding. They go, "You're out." He's like, "Yeah, I know," and walked out. High five this whole team, said, "I got you, D Wade," and walked out.
Who's
He
the
goes,
current league's Udonis Haslam?
right now? Nobody.
They don't really have an unk on any team right now.
Technically, Braun.
Wait.
Braun. If you think about
Did you hear
it.
that joke with Braun where he was like, "Yeah, my first All-Star game was with Wilt and."
Yeah, he was like
Oh,
Dr.
my-
J.
Did
and
you
he said
see
back in
Luka?
'68, I think.
Did
Yeah.
you see Luka?
was like-
When Luka heard Will, he goes,
He was like, what are you
"What's wrong with this dude?"
If you're a Knicks fan, like they keep re-signing Taj Gibson to these 10-day
He's still-
contracts.
he's still on there?
He's 38 years old. He's kind of that
Forgot
guy.
about Taj
He's
Gibson,
kind of that
bro.
guy.
Braun 39, bro.
Bro,
Yes.
Taj
Braun's a
Gibson,
grandpa.
bro, wasn't
And he's the
Taj
best player
Gibson in
this
like
team
2K? Taj Gibson was in like 2K10 with Kobe on the cover, bro, and he's still on. Dude, no way.
Back in the Bulls days, man.
Back to women's basketball, dynasty, unwritten dynasty. The South Carolina Gamecocks are broken. They have a great coach. I'm a little partial to them because my dad went to high school in Columbia, so I root for all Gamecock athletics. Dog, they are. Well, why are you shaking your head at that? I saw that. You went.
Because I thought you were gonna say your dad went to South Carolina.
No, he went to high school in Columbia. He had to move out. My dad. What? No, my dad didn't
Oh,
go
you
to
never know,
South
dog.
Carolina. I know, but whatever. I root. Listen, I root for the Gamecocks as a program. Everyone's allowed to have like a team that they also like. I got some Gamecock gear.
Cocks up.
That's right, cocky top. When they beat Tennessee, I call it cocky top or Cox by 90. And as a 12-year-old, when you get to go,
Go Dogs.
when you get to go, there you go, perfect. When you get to go to a game at William Bryce and you sit on the perfect side to where the one side yells game, and then you're a 12-year-old and you're like, yes, I'm on the right side, and you just get to scream Cox. It's really funny. But yeah, Cox on top, Cox by 90. And usually women's basketball, South Carolina, they win by 90. They're that good. They are.
Yeah, Boston.
They are
When she was
undefeated
there,
right
she was
now.
cooking, dog.
They I hope they win another championship, bro, because they are cooking. And UConn's like ranked 19th right now.
Yeah, they're not.
That guy's lost his touch.
Gino.
His touch. His touch.
Nah, yeah, March Madness coming up though. That's gonna be something.
It's gonna be
And then we got the Prim. Shout out.
Newcastle. That's
Yeah, I'm a Newcastle
interesting.
fan. So
That's
that
very
happened last
interesting.
year. Yeah, that happened last year. I was like, I need to get into soccer.
We don't really talk soccer on the. I would love to talk more soccer.
Dude,
though.
I
know
I
you don't
used to
watch.
I used to pay
Admittedly,
attention.
I only
stopped.
watch when the World Cup comes on.
Me too.
I don't watch a ton
I'm
of
trying to
soccer
learn
like
more.
I used to pay attention.
I'm trying to learn more, right, about it. And the Premier League is where you go. And
Yeah,
I
that's the
was
best,
like, I was like, yo, I want to learn more about the Prim because I want to get ready for the 2026 World Cup. Because
So why Newcastle?
So this was real funny. I was out at a bar, surprisingly, with my buddies on New Year's Eve in St.
Shocker.
Pete, and it was with three. It was
Shocker.
with three of my biggest buddies that watch the Prem: a Chelsea fan, a Man City fan, and then an Arsenal fan.
Okay, so
and then a Liverpool fan.
So 3 good teams, 1 decent team,
Liverpool.
and then you're Newcastle.
And I said,
Newcastle's 8 right now. That's
Newcastle,
not
yeah,
they're
top
8
half
right
is fine. Last year we were when
You're not gonna get relegated. They're not getting relegated.
Yeah.
So
well,
don't worry
we
about that.
we were in the Champions League this year. We finished top 4 last year, which is where
Yeah.
you want to finish. You want to be competing for the Champions League. They
Was Arsenal still 1, by the way?
go
No,
ahead.
Liverpool 1, Arsenal 2, City 3,
City's
Aston
winning the
Villa at 4.
Yeah, the City's winning.
Austin-
the
is
Aston
winning.
Villa's at 4.
Yeah, Aston
Yeah,
Villa's at
dude,
4.
Aston Villa's that is having like a
United is at 6, which is
United had a wild weekend with Luton Town right now. Like they were struggling this weekend. But the reason I chose Newcastle was they had just sold the club to a Saudi owner. So that means oil money, which also means
Yep.
blood money, which also means you will have a lot more money to spend on players.
exactly.
And then I also they have history. You know, it's not like one of these clubs that doesn't have history and stuff. But I didn't want to pick a team that was gonna be like I didn't want to pick like
City, who
no, yeah, well, yes, like I didn't want to pick a small club like City. That's the history's happening right now. My best friend's a Chelsea fan. Was not gonna go the Chelsea route.
yeah.
I wasn't gonna go the Chelsea route, and I looked at the map of the teams, and I went, they're like way up here, and I was like, yeah, and then I looked up some of the stuff. They sing Hey Jude, right? And then it's the Geordie country, and then one of their sayings is, up the tune, which I think is so funny because it's on that river, the River Pontines.
That's a Newcastle.
And then they say, how away the lads, and they have the Geordie accent. Looked up the Geordie accent. I was like, yeah, I could get behind this. Also helped that they might have been top 4 at the time, trying to fight for Champions League. So I was like, why not Newcastle? They have a young team. Eddie Howe, class. This year's been tough. We have a lot of injuries. Our biggest signing, right, of the summer window last year, played 1 game and then got suspended for gambling. AC Milan transfer.
that explains why he's a Newcastle fan.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
So apparently you can't bet on. I thought this was the UK. I guess you can't bet on anything anymore.
You can't bet on your own splits.
Okay, well, I don't-
America.
I thought this was America. But yeah, the Prim's real. I
Old
mean, we got a
America.
game going right now. Everton and Crystal Palace. And Crystal Palace, on my way over here,
Shout
sacked their manager.
Shout out Crystal Palace, man. I
but
got a
yeah,
beanie.
I
A beanie and a
essentially,
jersey from Crystal Palace.
the only thing I want is for us to finish in the top half. Obviously, you want to be top 4, but that's probably not happening this year. And if I stay above Chelsea, because my best friend who's been watching soccer his entire life, or football his entire life, is a Chelsea fan, and I just want him to be behind me because I think it's funny. But yeah, definitely get into it. You'll learn more. You learn more. It's actually really fun waking up on a Saturday and like having something to watch and gamble on at 10 a.m.
One of my good friends is a United fan, like big United guy. That's why he hates City, like the history thing, because he could tell you the entire history of Man United, like a script in his mind. Like he loves it so much. And he was riding high on the Marcus Rashford last season because he was balling. I don't know what happened to him this year. Last year he was cooking. He's been on and off. They say he's inconsistent, but yeah, I think they finished top 4 and they finished top 4 last season, right?
Did they? I don't
think so.
remember.
They were
They might have been in Europa, which is the top 6, I believe. And I think it was either Europa. I can't think off the top of my head.
And they
But
did well in the FA Cup too. But yeah, I've learned a lot from just being
Prim
around
goes
him.
crazy, bro.
The Prem is nice.
Prim is insane. Man City's so good, which this past weekend Chelsea actually tied them at Man City, which is the Etihad. That's crazy in its own right because Chelsea's not good. The fact that they tied is kind of huge. Which ties are hard to get behind because I love me a good winner and loser. I guess that you kind of live and die with that, but. Penalty shootouts are lit. I mean, it's a good time, bro. It's something to watch. And the flow of the game is the more you watch it, the more you're like, dang, I would see why it's the world sport, why everyone can get behind
Play
it.
FIFA.
I have. Pro clubs kind of go nutty.
Shout out.
I don't know. My character was really good. I won like
Mine too, dog.
Dude, my character was crazy. I had like 90 goals in like
What?
in like
Always make a
I
striker.
had like
bro.
90 goals in like 40 games. It was nutty. I was playing. It was like when I first started, so it was like.
What difficulty level was it?
So I'm like in between. I'm in between.
Definitely ain't Hall of Fame.
Yeah, world class. Hell no.
No shot.
Hell no. It's like not the easiest, and it's like right in between like the second easiest, and then like the third, and then like it's like one more. So it's like world class. There's amateur. I forget like world class. I'm like right in between of 2 and 3. So it was like I could struggle and try and get better, or I could play it with everyone else on the 2 because I'm still learning and just kind of go crazy. I took some Romanian team like all the way into the Champions League final, and then I threw it because it wouldn't make sense. I'm a story guy. I build stories in
You
my head when I play.
purposely took
Fair
him all the way
enough.
just to
I
lose?
respect it.
Yeah, because it wouldn't make sense in the world, dog. What do you mean?
Bro, it's a video. Who cares?
I do. I wanted to be realistic. I wanted to come back and win as I was on loan too, so I didn't care about that club. I made sure to win the league though. I made sure to win the league, but when it came down to the Champions League, I made sure not to win it because I built a story in my head. When I played NCAA 14, bro, my brother gets pissed off because I built a story in my head. Right now, I still play it. I took who was it? I turned Minnesota, the Golden Gophers. I have like this 12-year-long offensive coordinator guy, and I won 6 national championships with Florida State, back to back to back to back. And of course, why not? And then I was like, time for me to be a head coach. Because I started at Michigan, went to LSU, went to Florida State for 6 years. So I was at 8. Then I went and I was like, I need to take over a head coaching job. Minnesota. And I got there and I said, guess what, Gophers? Triple option time. Realized it wasn't going to work. So then I went to a one-back system. And I purposely threw games because it wouldn't be, I'm super good at the game.
So this is you as a kid.
No, this was me like a couple months ago.
Oh, okay, I thought this was you as like 9 years old
No.
throwing games because it wouldn't make sense in the story.
No,
And I'm
I've
like,
done it
"Wait,
my
what
entire life.
No, this is him during winter break.
Yeah, actually no. So I took Minnesota and I was like, it wouldn't be realistic for me to win 10 games my first year. I gotta get my guys in there. So I went 7-5, measly 7-5. Next year I went to the Big Ten championship, won the Big Ten, lost the Rose Bowl, and now I'm currently like 9-1, and I'm cooking. I got a white running back, dude. Crazy. I got a 6'4" dude from Tennessee, freshman, and I was like, And then I realized I hate this Minnesota team. I hate their colors, so I haven't told anyone yet, but I'm leaving after the season no matter what.
I haven't told it.
That's absurd.
Dude.
That's
Totally
absurd.
See, I build a story in my head because it's interesting.
That's absurd.
You got to add some Okay, sorry, I just don't just play the game and want to dominate. I want to have some story, some drama.
He likes
Hey.
the substance.
Yeah,
respect it. Nah, I
Really?
respect it.
Yeah, so I cook.
Where are you thinking about moving to?
God, I don't know, whatever's open. I was like, I want to have essentially the Big Cat Coach Doug's kind of route where he has like that scandal. I'm going to have a scandal at Minnesota.
What?
I'm going to have something to do with like the Minneapolis Police Department. Something happened.
Why?
And then, I don't know, build something in my head. I mean, it is what it is.
But he needs a Bobby Vitrino moment. Go to Western.
Oh, great
Kentucky.
idea. Yeah, no, so I want to go to a G5 I want to go to a G5 team and cook. I almost took USF's job, but I was like, that's too close to home.
Pull a Lane
State of
Kiffin and go
Florida.
to FAU.
Well, I'm waiting on, I didn't realize it because I was like, I'll move into the Florida State head coaching role because the NCAA 14 is still Jimbo. I don't
Yeah.
have the updated rosters because I'm like, I ain't going to go through all that. It's still on my PS3, by the way. I'm playing it OG
Oh my
style.
gosh.
So Jimbo
PS3,
Jimbo is still the head coach. I didn't realize it. They kept giving him contract extensions because I kept winning him. I won like 6 natties in a row with Florida State. I lost one game. I went like 81-1.
Oh my.
He wasn't blowing those games.
No, God no. With Florida State, I don't throw games, bro. I don't throw games. The one loss was like, I forget. I think it was like the ACC championship game. I was like, okay, I've won too much. I'm leaving. And then I ended up still being in the national championship as an ACC runner-up. But I didn't realize that they kept extending him because Jimbo's not that old, so he wouldn't retire. So he kept getting contract extensions, and I kept getting contract extensions. And I was like, I'll just take over when he retires. So I left. So now I'm going to go to a G5 team like Troy or like,
Kennesaw State.
no, UTSA. Kennesaw State's not in the game, bro. I'm waiting for the new one to come out. The new one's going to be class. Can't wait, unless it sucks. Like I put a tweet out last night under Josh Pate, and I was like, because they're talking about the biggest
Cole's Video
names.
Game Corner. We can have updates on this too. How's
Sorry.
the storyline going?
Sorry, I put his biggest names in CFB 2024. Josh Payne. It was a clip. Put Mike Norvell, and then I put a tweet out under it and said, "People in this world I'd take a bullet for. 1, Mike Norvell. 2, Blake Lively. 3, Noah Smith. 4, Allison Royalty. 5,
Bro.
head. Yeah.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you
If
know.
you know, you know.
head
That's all I'm gonna
developer
say, dog.
head developer of NCAA 25, like parentheses, pitting if it's actually as good as NCAA 14 in parentheses. If you know, you know. But yeah, those are the people in order I take a bullet for.
I thought J-Bo was gonna be on there.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Well, I'd take a bullet for J-Bo when he gets out of that Saints uniform.
We're not doing that again. We're
I was
not
already
doing that.
about this.
Anyways,
Baseball!
baseball, yeah.
Finally,
big
I've been
news.
waiting here.
Sorry, I kind of went on a little tangent.
Almost 2 hours.
No, it's not.
It's right now. It is 3:20.
That's crazy. We're cooking.
We
Let's
started
end-
at
let's
we
end
started
on-
at like 1:40.
Let's end on baseball.
No,
and then we can get out of here.
we started like 2.
No, it's-
I'm gonna be honest. I don't care. This is gonna be the longest one, but for good
We're
reason.
cooking.
For good
I'm
reason.
just trying to, because editing. You know what?
It's
What do you
called
mean?
a-
It's on one camera.
It's called
Oh,
a
true.
It's on
You're
one
right.
camera and audio's connected.
Let's
I
go
don't
for
gotta
another
do a lot.
hour, boys.
I don't
We're
gotta
gonna
do
all
this a
have
lot.
to-
That's what.
Guess what?
I'm not stressed over
It's
this
a
one.
content gumbo that we're cooking up right now.
100%.
So,
Every once in a while, you gotta do a long one. You know, you gotta give the people what they want.
well, let's give the people.
And they want more coal, so we're gonna bring them
And
coal.
you know what the people want? The people need to hear about our friend Billy D.
Oh shoot.
Make the announcements. Go ahead. We all know, but I mean,
That was gonna be my outro.
tough.
That was the outro.
I guess I'll do it
Well,
now. I guess we'll do it now.
No, it's not the outro.
Hey.
It's just we gotta let
no,
this boy
I'm talking
cook.
about that was gonna be my outro.
What?
Talking about Billy.
Well, we'll keep
Well,
talking.
it's too late now, Billy. You gotta go. Or else that'd be pointless if you didn't. That was
Yeah.
a great intro. You gotta talk about it.
No,
So,
just
so
rever-
Billy, talk now.
Yeah, Billy, go ahead. What big announcement do you have to make to the people?
I got a big boy job. Big boy job. Woo! Got a big boy job. So yeah.
God, it's
in
about
two,
time.
In 2 days. Oh man.
As he's younger than you.
A lot of people go to college for 7 years.
I mean, I went for 6. Hey,
Hey, yo.
we're out here, man.
Ayo.
But yeah, I got a job in the Milwaukee Brewers system. Shout out to the Milwaukee Brewers, man. They're trying to cook something up. But it'll be AA for the Biloxi Shuckers in Biloxi, Mississippi. Casino Town.
About
Casino
Biloxi,
Town.
baby. Oh man.
Casino's 10 minutes away from the stadium.
God, I
My,
know, baby.
my roommate's from Mississippi, and he talks about the casino all the time. And he
It's an
said
hour away
he
from
said-
New Orleans.
He said that's all they ever had to do back home was just just
They're
gamble.
everywhere.
Biloxi
Yeah.
is class.
And it's on the coast too. They got ships out there, casino ships,
Oh my
right
God, I
off the
think
coast.
I think they have drive-through daiquiri bars too.
I think they do.
Oh, you're gonna have such a good time.
Hey, I'm getting. I'm
Thinking
getting
about
all.
going with you, bro.
No, but hey, he mentions that. All I'm saying, they got apartments there, 2-bedroom, $650 a month. I'm looking at those. So anybody who wants to come visit can come visit me. Bedroom's open. That's all I'm
I mean,
saying.
I'll just sleep at the blackjack table, but I'll keep my stuff in the guest room.
That's all I'm saying.
Ah, smart.
But yeah,
They're
congratulations.
in 2 days.
2 days.
Yeah.
Wow. Quick
Wednesday.
So
then
when
I start
this
Thursday.
when
and
this
then I-
episode comes out, Billy's gone, man.
I'm gone. man.
Billy's
I'm
on,
on the
his
road.
way, man.
Gone,
That's
bro.
crazy.
Not yet, but shout out to you, man. Shout out to you for real.
I've been trying, man. It's a cool
How'd
opportunity.
the interview go? Like, how'd you even get there? Let's start to finish, dog.
I mean, it's baseball. You might as well. yeah.
You're right. So I did what a lot of people in our field do. You go on Teamwork. If you don't know what Teamwork is, it's a resource for broadcasting people who want to work from sales all the way up to a production or producer role.
Does it make the
And-
dream work as well?
Something like that. Something like that. But I applied on Teamwork to a bunch of jobs. The next day after I applied there, which was 2 weeks ago, I got an email from the manager saying, hey, this is what we're looking for. Your resume seems to fit that. Why don't we talk today at 5? And I'd also messaged him on LinkedIn. If you're not using LinkedIn, you should. LinkedIn is the resource. So we talked that day at 5. Interview was like 10 minutes. We talked for like an hour and a half, just about ball. Because he worked for the Houston Astros, 2011, their single A team. In Greenville, when they had a Greenville team, Jose Altuve was there. And that's when Altuve was a development guy, so we talked about that for a while. But it wasn't an interview after 10 minutes. It was just casual talk. 2 days later, I interviewed with this team that I would be working for. They really liked me. We also talked for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, just about stuff in general, not even about the job. And then 2 days later, he calls me back. So this is day 6 of the whole process. He calls me back and says, you're the guy. We want you. If you want the job, you have the job. And he sent me a contract later that night. I signed it, and now I'm going to be a Biloxi Shucker.
Shout out, man. Hey,
It's great.
Do you have any experience shucking?
No, man. With clams, no, I don't.
You'll get so good. All you need is a spoon. It'll be fire.
That's
I
it?
promise you. Yeah.
I like clams though. Clams are pretty good with some saltines and a little like slice of cheese. Like most people don't know that, but it's a simple snack and it's so good.
Well, that's exciting. What's your official position?
I'm the production manager.
Ooh.
So I get to be the puppeteer of the live broadcast and the like live game entertainment side.
You're the Jeff Dunham of the Biloxi Shuckers.
Basically, yeah.
Pretty sick.
Yeah, I think it's
Shout
gonna
out,
be
man.
it's gonna be a good gig. And then on top
out.
of that, their season ends in September. I'm gonna try and move over and do like New Orleans Saints jobs with Professor Neighbors.
Shout out
Shout out
Neighbors. dog.
Professor Neighbors. We love that
Way to
guy.
go, for real.
He's the goat.
I reached out and he said, I can get you in if you want an opportunity. I was like, of course. Even if I'm doing like basic entertainment stuff, like I would love to work
Billy, I
with
hope
them.
you know I'm gonna need some tickets. I'm gonna need some tickets to one of those games coming up this
I'm
year.
sure we
Yeah,
can
I'm
make
sure
it
you can-
happen.
Yeah, we gotta make that happen.
We have to.
You have to make it happen.
Me and you in the Superdome, watching the game.
And then you, me, and him in the Superdome watching the Bucks and the Saints. Brian, you can come too.
I mean, no, I wasn't included.
That's why we have the
I
extra
wasn't
bed crew,
included.
baby.
Obviously.
It's fine.
Oh God, I'll take the couch.
No,
dog.
no, but
yeah.
you got to remember, who knows? I mean, I'm obviously waiting to see if I get into grad school. So
You will.
I got my interview March 7th.
That's what I'm talking about.
I got
FAU.
See that?
Go
Shout
Owls.
out Florida Atlantic. Yeah, go Owls.
Owls.
I will say this: something that's kind of poking out about you getting that job is the with the potential of working with the Saints too. It's all about connections, dude. You've kind of worked your way into how you talk and how you, because I've had classes with you, how you present yourself to people and how you work with those connections is such a major like upside in sports, in the sports world and in the sports content world. Now you went out and got the Biloxi Shuckers job on your own. That takes some class, but you've developed the resume through your connections and through your experience, and that just kind of gets you the job, and that's massive, man. It's just it's impressive to see how far you've come and where it's really just the start too. You haven't even really hit, your middle sprint. You are starting the marathon, and it's going to be crazy to see you skyrocket to the top, man. Because I know you're going to go far. You're going to go real far. I know you will.
I hope so, man. And my biggest dream, dude, is like being in the position in 10 years to where I can look at people like I am now and be able to give them an opportunity. Like I've told them, and I tell anyone I know, like if I'm able to get in a position where they're like, I want you to build a team, I'm calling the best people I know that I've worked with. And like, if you want a job, like this is your opportunity. I'm giving you that opportunity. Because I don't know, the working world's weird now, right? Like it's nice to make connections. And like you said, that's what I've tried to do. But also it's like the environment you're going to see are a bunch of people basically working with their friends. Like that's what job environments are now. That's why people always say make connections. Like people are just looking to work with their friends. That's the God honest truth.
It's the Andrew Jackson way of doing life, if you will.
Yeah.
Why the pause? That's exactly what Andrew Jackson did.
The smile.
I love
President's
this.
Day.
I appreciated that good history
Oh my God,
reference.
it
I
is
love good
President's
history.
Okay, Cole makes a callback to a president on President's
I
Day.
love
The
a
guy
good-
that's on the
no,
$20
I
bill.
thought that was,
didn't
that
know
was
it was
nice.
Thank you.
forgot
I
it
was
was
more of a
President's Day.
joke because he just worked with his homies, but exactly what he said.
Yeah, he was also terrible. But anyways,
He dueled people.
that's not getting into why he was
Well,
awful.
Billy, shout out to you, man.
Yeah, shut up.
Yeah, shout out to Billy,
big
dog.
moves.
Dude,
I appreciate that.
So here's my question: are you now going to also be a Brewers fan?
I mean, I'm going to have to root for the Brewers. We got some pretty big guys coming through that system when I get there right now. So, and I mean, they're having a manager switch and whatnot, but hey, I still think they're going to be playoff bound.
didn't their manager go to the Cubs?
He went to the Cubs, yeah.
Council.
Craig Counsell,
out. Shout out Counsell, bro.
good 7-8 year run, but just couldn't make it past the wild card round most of the time, unfortunately.
So you're gonna try? You're gonna have to make some trips up in Milwaukee, I'm sure too. It's gonna be. A good
I'm
time.
definitely going to talk to them about it. I would think so, and maybe go see like a Green Bay game up there. Some watch Jordan Love ball out a little bit.
That'd be so sick.
Jordan Love and the Packers are,
Yeah.
Well,
little
I
bit.
did mention that you now have to be a Brewers fan, right?
of course.
How do you feel about your original favorite team, which I don't
Dodgers?
know if you know, it's the Dodgers.
I
As a two Floridian baseball fans over
Listen,
here.
and everybody always asks why I'm a Dodger fan. I just point out, like, I've been a Dodger fan since we had Don Mattingly. Or it was early 2000s. We had just traded for Manny Ramirez, and that was kind of the catalyst for what they do now. They're so known for getting big-time all-stars and just throwing money at the table, and that's literally where it started. But I don't know. I say it every single year we make. I said it when we got
This is our
Freddie
year.
Freeman. and I said it when we got Mookie Betts. When we win a World Series convincingly and not in COVID, I'll be happy.
Painful.
But until then, we need to stop. I don't know how we're an LA team and the biggest stage in sports all the time, and when we get to the big stage in the playoffs, we look like we're 5-year-olds playing baseball for the first time. I don't get. And Clayton Kershaw, I just need him to be healthy for 1 year in a playoff run. That's it.
Y'all spent that 1.025 billion.
Hey, $2 million a year until he's done though. Shohei took a goated deal.
That's absurd.
He backtracked it. He
absurd.
said, "I want to win."
That's still like $100,000 with California taxes. but
No, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, he's barely gonna be there.
He's not making any money. I'm just gonna say that
His
now.
Japan endorsements are probably ridiculous.
Yeah,
if I'm
he's
being honest.
gonna be fine.
Yeah,
His
I
New
think so.
Balance deal, that's got to be through the roof. Shout out New Balance.
Dude,
Not
New Balance
sponsored.
is the most comfortable.
Not
But
sponsored.
no, I
Gotta
just
clear
I-
that, not
we
sponsored.
we not only need to win a World Series again. We gotta make a Chiefs run, man. With the way the team is, like,
You don't have to do that.
you don't think so?
Oh, you guys can just stay losing,
Yeah,
please.
you could stay
no
losing.
offense. but
Okay,
just-
everybody. No. From a Dodgers standpoint, we have to. But obviously, you guys know you don't want that.
No,
It's funnier. I think it was cooler that the Diamondbacks beat everybody
Yeah,
on the
100%.
National League side. To be honest, like Corbin Carroll, absolute dog.
Back next year.
No.
Oh my God, it was so cool.
This is their only time.
No, no. They're not going to be as good. I don't think they are. It'd be cool, but no.
Yeah, because didn't they not re-sign the heart and soul of that locker room? Evan Longoria.
All right, buddy.
Everybody wanted Evan to go back to
Tampa?
Tampa, man.
I almost wore it. Fun fact, when you said Manny Ramirez, I have in my possession, and I almost wore it today instead of the Newcastle, the Rays Manny Ramirez number 24 jersey that he wore because he played like 15 games with the Rays. I think he went from the Rays to the Dodgers.
I think so.
And I knew you were wearing your jersey, so I wasn't going to bring that on, but I wish I would have worn it. So I was like, oh, I have Manny Ramirez on. But yeah, dude, the Dodgers can just continue to not be good. That would be great.
I'd appreciate it.
I'd appreciate that. Who's your baseball team? The Nationals?
Yeah. pretty much. I don't.
He's got a World Series.
Yeah.
Everyone's got a World
Shout out
Series
you.
except me.
Okay, but it doesn't feel.
Wait, who's your team, Cole?
Tampa. He just mentioned
Here's why it doesn't feel as important.
it. The
I
COVID
never.
World Series stuff.
I
It
never
wasn't a
watched-
loss. It's a fake. Fraudulent
At a
win.
risk. At a risk.
Fraudulent win.
Is it really?
No.
Do you really consider it
No,
that? You
God,
don't
no.
think- you don't
The
think
only
it's-
way the Dodgers could win is when they play 60, not 102 games.
I'm going to let you
Come
know
on.
this right now. It totally counts, and I will continue to
No,
count.
it counts. I make the joke. Well, like LA won the at a risk year, quote unquote, for the
No.
Lakers and the Dodgers and
No,
whatnot.
the Lakers is definitely not an asterisk.
No, I don't
Yeah.
think it. I don't think it is either. I don't know why people say that. It's hard to win a chip in any year, so it doesn't matter.
It's an asterisk.
No, the Nationals thing. It's
Except
not.
in hockey.
It's except
Lightning
in hockey.
count.
So
They proved
say
it
that
back-to-back
for when
years,
they
though.
win, but now say you're like an Orioles fan because you're from Maryland.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
okay,
you should be
okay,
an Orioles fan.
No,
They
but
just
here's
got
the- here's the
Corbin
thing.
Burns from Milwaukee
Oh my
too.
God, they're gonna
Shout
be so
out.
good.
Yeah, I know.
They're
Here's,
going to
here's
be
the thing,
amazing.
right?
Ozark, and they got Jackson Holiday right now.
Yeah.
Coming up in AAA.
Did you see what they're doing with him? They're teaching him to play second
Yeah,
because they have Gunner.
because they had Gunner, bro.
That's absurd. Well, Gunner technically plays third, anyways.
So
That's
y'all are
absurd.
throwing these names out, and they have Rushman, too. I talked about his sister on the last podcast.
Adley Rutschman, bro.
Talking about his sister.
I did.
Home
She's
run derby dog.
Smoke show. The physicals thing.
I knew you were gonna go there.
The more you guys are saying
Addison
stuff,
royalty too. If you know, you know.
yeah, if you know, dude. Sorry, get me off track. The more that you guys say the names about the Orioles, it makes me fear as a Rays fan. You should totally be an Orioles fan. You'd have the leg up on me.
Well, I want to. So here's the thing. Then I can say Nationals just because I grew up in between DC and Baltimore. I'm a little closer to DC. Technically,
Silver Springs.
No, close though. I'm like, yeah, I like 30, 40 minutes. I'm close. The county that I'm in and the city that I'm in is technically a subset of like a suburb of DC as opposed to Baltimore, so I've always felt closer to that. I never watched baseball growing up, never played, so I only knew the Nationals won because everyone around me was a Nationals fan. They were like, oh, we won, and I was like, oh, shoot, that's cool. This is when
2019, the
Yeah.
year Harper left.
Harper was
Don't
with the
remind
team.
me.
Yeah.
Don't
So-
remind me of my
Future Phillies full-time first baseman.
my
now.
glorious and
I thought
How
it
about
was
that?
cool. There was a lot of pride there because I think it was the same year the Capitals also won. Didn't they win?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, they did.
Yes.
It was,
They
so
did.
it was a great time for DC.
And then they had the Wizards just suck.
Yeah, but
And the Commanders.
But yeah, they were
Or
they were
the
still
football
Reds.
team.
They were.
I think they were still Redskins.
That was the Adrian Peterson, Taylor Heineke. Like
they were
they
still
were
the
winning the
Redskins at
NFC
the
least,
time.
bro.
Oh, that's when was it? Wait, what year was that? In 2019?
19. Weren't they still the Redskins or were they a football team?
No, I think 19 there. I think 2020 into 21 was
Yeah,
the football
2020
team.
was the football
yeah.
team.
It was because it happened during COVID.
Dude, what a
changed.
great year for DC sports.
Dude,
Yeah,
the
that's-
football team merch is probably worth so much right now because it was.
I
was
hear
a
they might be
one-year
going
thing.
back to that with the new owner, but
Here's
Yeah, they did mention
I
that.
feel more connected to the Orioles now because growing up, I always went to their AA team. Like the Bowie Bay Sox, they are 10 minutes from my house. I've been going to their games since I was a kid. It's my family thing. Like my boss has a box. I think it's just 2. But like, yeah, so every single time I go up into the box. Like we get the food, we get like the vibes and everything. Like I sit up top, we get foul ball. Like it's like a tradition in my family. So their connection to the Orioles makes me now feel way more connected to the Orioles than the Nationals.
What-
I have nothing to do with Nationals.
what
I don't really go
airport
to
do you
DC.
fly out of?
BWI.
Oh, then yeah, you're more of a Baltimore
Yeah,
guy
I'm definitely
than-
more
yeah.
of a. I'm a little closer to DC, but I feel more connected to Baltimore for sure. So I feel more comfortable now saying like I paid a lot more attention to the Orioles season last year. They were
You should.
good. They're a young team. It was surprising that they made it as far as they did.
it's not
surprising. It was
Not
not.
surprising.
No,
Greg.
their
It was
known they
their
were gonna
feeder
go that
their
far.
feeder system's insane.
No,
It's
because
insanity.
they've been bad for so long that it was cool to see them be good.
It was in a
Yeah.
matter of time.
It was oh yeah, no, they've been like a slow.
You don't
Like they've
get.
done absolutely nothing. The Nationals did something. The Orioles
But-
have done nothing until now.
Yeah, but you don't get the consensus #1 prospect 3 years in a row without knowing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
I
knew
never said
they
didn't know
knew
what they were doing. I'm
exactly
just
what
saying,
they were
like,
doing.
being there, you never expected them. You never expected much
Yeah.
unless you were like a diehard fan or whatever. Like they were just kind of there, and the Nationals were the people that like, oh, they can get back to it. But now it's flipped. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So
No, 100%.
it's cool.
What's cool? Then how many baseball parks have you been to? You've been a lot of them.
Not a ton, no.
Well, now here's your chance.
Yeah, I went to I think the last like baseball park I went to MLB wise was I went to Trop. I got to see the Trop for the first time.
Oh God.
It's I watched the Orioles ironically.
Sorry,
Adley
it's a
Rutschman hit two homers in that game.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I can't stand the Trop.
But,
I'm a Rays fan.
I went to the Braves old stadium before.
SunTrust.
Yeah.
It's
I never went there.
It's a.
I watched Chipper Jones hit a home run 2010.
Georgia State's
Shout
football
out.
stadium now is that old Atlanta
Yeah.
ballpark.
Trust.
Georgia State University over in Atlanta. That's their new football field. They converted it from a baseball stadium to the. Which is cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. But now here's your chance. You get to go around and you get to. What league do they play in? What the Shuckers?
It's AA.
No, I know, but like, what's the league?
The league.
There's a bunch of different ones.
Yeah.
In minor leagues.
Oh, I know. I'm just trying to think if you got any quirky names.
Quirky
names. Shuckers quirky.
Well, I know the first.
Do you play the Montgomery Biscuits?
I was gonna say our first series. They're the Rays. They're the Rays AA.
That's the Rays AA team.
That's our first
Yeah.
series.
How do you
God,
have
they
the
have a
Rays and the
biscuits?
biscuits?
Do you
bro?
know?
What?
Do you know what's the Marlins AAA team?
Oh, it's the
Jacksonville Jumbo
The
Shrimp.
jumbo shrimp.
Jumbo
Jackson-
shrimp
hey,
makes more
shout out
sense than
Jacksonville.
Marlins to Jumbo
Yeah.
shrimp.
Goddamn jumbo shrimp.
The
Yeah.
biscuits though.
Oh,
Yeah.
but they
Dude,
used
there's
to
the
be
trash pandas. There's the pickles. There's the white caps.
the flying
we got
squirrels.
the
The flying
Su-
squirrels is a AAA team.
So
for
we
the
got
Giants.
in the Southern League, which they're in. We got Birmingham Barons, Chicago White Sox.
Shout out.
Oh, that's
Chattanooga-
Michael Jordan played for them.
Yeah.
He did.
Chattanooga Lookouts, Cincinnati,
Lookout.
Rocket
Shout out-
City
shout
Trash
out-
Pandas,
shout out to Ice.
Los Angeles Angels, Tennessee Smokies, Chicago Cubs,
Shout out
shout
the
out
Cubs.
Nick,
Shout out the Cubs.
Biloxi Shuckers, Mississippi Braves, shout out
out.
Braves.
Wait, it's not Rome anymore?
No,
Oh yeah, they canceled that affiliate.
Oh.
Montgomery Biscuits, Tampa Bay, and then the Pensacola Blue Wahoos.
Shout out to Blue Wahoos, baby.
Wahoos.
Shout out to Blue
Wahoos.
Wahoos, baby.
It's really cool that they do in Pensacola with that stadium. They allow people to play kickball games. Like there's like a kickball league that play in the Wahoo Stadium, and the beach. It's like the Giants. The beach like lines right up to that stadium. So like, it's pretty badass.
Yeah, they have a what do you call this?
the what?
What's the thing? They have a boardwalk. I'm pretty sure right
Oh.
behind the stadium.
Dude, the lure.
That's what it is. I
Minor
couldn't
league
remember.
baseball lure is something that I am totally invested in. If you've never spent time looking at the names of minor league, I mean, here in Flying Tigers, bro.
That's who I worked for.
How do you get scarier?
Shout
like,
out.
what's scarier than a tiger? A tiger with wings. Because if we all know an aerial attack is like superior, like if you have an air force, if you have an aerial attack, you're gonna win like any war. So you put a wing on a tiger, it's gonna be even scarier because it can fly because it has the aerial advantage.
Like the New York Yankees, bro, it's boring. The Trenton Thunder, that's what's up, bro. That's what's
Thunder.
up right there, bro.
The Trenton, oh yeah, no, they got some quirky names. And then there's the Sod Poodles. There's a team called
Yeah,
the Sod
there's
Poodles.
Poodles.
Sod Poodles.
Sod poodles.
Sod
Dude,
Poodles.
it's sick.
What is that?
I
You
don't
got the
know.
San Antonio Mission.
Oh, what about that Wisconsin team? They got the Udders.
The Udders.
Why'd you say it like that?
Udders.
Because that's what they do. Dude, you need to go. That's your homework, is you go look up minor league baseball lore.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
telling you, you
I'll
won't be
come back next
disappointed.
Nah,
week.
the names are funny. Though. I do.
And then
I do
when you
love
do
them.
that,
My favorite's the Rumble Ponies.
that's pretty
The
funny.
Mets.
Rumble Ponies.
Rumble
the-
Ponies, baby.
I'm partial to the Durham Bulls because, you know.
Oh, probably the only franchise,
Triple A
the
team,
only
baby.
the only AAA team that will never be sold to another team.
Yeah, I know, because we're goated.
Also have a
Because
movie.
you have the movie.
They
Because
have
of
the movie. Shout out Kevin
it's
Costner.
no longer on HBO Max. It's a sad day.
It's a great movie though. Bull Durham is a phenomenal
great
movie.
movie if you've never
Phenomenal
seen it.
movie.
This is how you get into baseball.
Okay.
Watch Major
Movies?
League. That'll make you an Indians fan.
you want to talk about
Pause. Hold on. That'll make you a Guardians fan. My
Charlie
fault. Can't be saying that.
Sheen.
What you
that.
saying?
I said Indians fan. You can't be saying that.
No, it's the Indians, and
we can't say that now.
says who?
24.
I thought this was American.
24.
It's 2024.
He said
bro.
Redskins earlier.
Because they were at the time the Washington Redskins.
Yeah,
you
they-
can't erase that from history.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
can't erase the Cleveland Indians
They
from
were the
history.
Cleveland Indians. I was just messing around. And
They were the Indians way longer than the Redskins were.
Dude,
the
I'll tell you one thing though. That nickname.
They want it back.
They should no. If they
Cleveland
want,
want like the
they
people
want to be
want
the
it back.
Spiders. The Spiders is the original team, the original baseball team. They need to be
Yes.
the Cleveland Spiders.
But they want to be the Indians again.
I don't really care.
They want
need
to.
get-
Also,
I
like,
want it to be the Devil Rays again with that rainbow.
Ooh.
that was sick. Though,
That
I'm
note
not
was
gonna
sick.
lie.
It was amazing.
Like that purple was fire.
What was the
bruh.
name of that movie?
Bull
Major
Durham.
League?
League.
Which one? Major League
Bull
has.
Durham?
It's
or
a
Major
funny
League?
movie.
It's so funny.
And
It's
then
got-
you had, what was
it's
the
got
one that
Wesley
you said?
Snipes.
Bull Durham.
Oh,
Bull
Bull Durham.
Durham's a good. That's more of like a drama.
Yeah.
It's a
You ever
drama.
watch the Bad News Bears?
No.
That's
Oh
a
my
phenomenal
gosh!
movie.
Yeah, we got a ton of baseball movies. Moneyball.
Rookie of the year.
Moneyball, I want to watch. I've heard so many good things about it.
You haven't watched Moneyball?
Moneyball's an analytical masterpiece.
I love a good sports movie, so I don't care what sport it
It's
is.
more so
I'm
on the
gonna watch
business side of things.
Shout out Brad Pitt, man.
That's fine.
Shout out Chris Pratt. Brad Pitt. Not Pittman.
I said Brad Pitt, man.
Ah,
Like Brad Pitt, comma man.
Brad Pittman.
I'll count it as a save. And then Chris,
What do you, like,
Chris
I'm like,
Pratt was in
shout
it.
out Brad Pitt.
He was the
man.
first baseman.
Yeah, Hadberg.
Hatterberg.
Yeah. So I got no nerve in it. I can't feel
Jonah
anything.
Hill too, man.
Fat Jonah Hill.
The
Big
boy.
mastermind.
Fat Jonah.
Big boy.
The mastermind behind it all.
Big boy.
The mastermind behind the
Billy
Moneyball.
Bean.
That dude's real name's like Paul DePosta or something like that.
Yeah.
Hey, he looked like Paul DePasta. Jesus. Like a good old. Anyways, I'm proud of Jonah Hill for losing all that weight. If we're gonna.
Yeah, shout out, man. Shout out to him.
Sorry.
21 jump.
Dude, I'm really excited for you. It's gonna be crazy. We're gonna have to head out there, get you some crawfish etouffee.
Yes,
You're gonna have to learn how to speak Cajun, I think, if you're gonna spend some time in Louisiana.
definitely. I'm
Yeah.
an hour away,
You
so
need to
I
get some
wouldn't.
beignets too while you're down there.
God, it's a Café du Monde. It's a
Gotta
good
get some
time.
beignets, dog. Gotta hit a Mardi
The
Gras.
food, you're gonna get fat, boy.
You gotta do it for the one
No,
time.
I can't.
You're
Get,
gonna get fat.
got-
Are you gonna keep running while you're out there?
yes, I can't get fat.
Gotta hit
man.
Mardi Gras while you.
Dude,
for the
Mardi
one
Gras.
time.
I got invited. It was on the 13th
I know.
of this month. I got invited out there by my boss. He's like, "I'll get you a hotel room," and I couldn't go.
Understandably, the original Mardi Gras is actually from Birmingham, Alabama, but no one wants to talk about that.
Dude, everybody says it's from there. Biloxi claims Mardi Gras was originated there. New Orleans still says it's theirs
It's
and
like
rightfully.
pissing off the city of New Orleans. I think it's New Orleans is a great city. I've had a good time. I went
Yeah.
once. It was a great time.
You don't like the football team,
No, why would
No,
I?
we've established that. I need to go to New
J-Mo.
Orleans one day though.
except
I want to
J-Bo.
go so
Except
bad.
J-Bo, yeah.
Yeah, his little brother over here.
Happy February.
All right, we need to get out of here. We've been here.
All
That's
right,
how
we've
we've
been yapping. We've been yapping.
It's been like a 2-hour episode.
I mean, hey, but you know, when you're
Hey,
talking, you're talking.
when
I
you
mean,
chop it
we're
up with
talk-
the boys, you chop
I
it
mean,
up with the
this
boys.
is it. This is it. This is Swan Song.
it.
This is his Swan Song.
The last one, Billy D.
Billy
Best
D.
one.
Yeah.
Last one, best one, baby.
What do you want like your outro song to be like when you leave like Florida Southern when you drive away in your car? Like Toy Story 3 ending or 4. Was it 4? 3. Toy Story 3 ending, which is where they should have stopped. We said, so we're gonna be the toys. We're gonna be like, so long, partner. And he's gonna be driving in his little hatchback. Do you have a hatchback?
No, I don't.
What do you have?
I'm getting a new car tomorrow, actually.
Oh God! So he's gonna be in his new car, his new whip, and you and I are gonna be like, so long, partner. Who wants? Well, it's February. You get to say so long, partner. He's the main character. He's sitting in the middle.
Yeah, that's true.
He is. I put him right under himself.
back.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You guys are great in that.
I'm the one that's out of plate. Golly. I really need to get
bro,
my studies
that's
checked out.
different.
Yeah, I know. You gotta start.
Golly.
No, but I'm gonna say this because I wanted to say this. You talked about super early predictions last time. Where's the Super Bowl being played next year? Caesar Superdome. Book it. New Orleans, Caesar Superdome.
Hell
We're winning.
no.
We're playing it at home. All we need
No.
to do is win the NFC South and we're golden,
How did
bro.
we circle back to this? I thought it was.
I just wanted to say this before we get off. I'm saying it right now. We're playing it in the Superdome.
That's cool.
Watch.
I guess you
Anyways.
could stay at his house in Biloxi too.
Yes, and
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Shout out.
In my Alvin Kamara jersey. Please don't leave us. Anyways.
I got you.
No, if I pick a Swan Song dance, it's probably The Dance by Garth Brooks.
Oh wow.
Don't know that
Country.
song,
Wow.
Yeah, I think I'd go there.
Country,
But if I'm not doing that type of mood, if I'm just going, if I'm going straight badass move, it's gonna be Shoot to Thrill by AC/DC. I'm
Okay.
playing that. I'm driving off,
Nice,
going to the new adventure. Yeah.
nice, solid pick.
I'm just trying to think of what we're gonna sing, harmonize when he leaves, because
We harmonized
We
last episode.
harmonized.
Did you see that?
No, I didn't make
Bro,
it.
we
I didn't make it.
harmonized.
No, don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. But we're gonna sing. We'll come up with something and we'll sing to you as you drive away. And
Thanks.
then you gotta say the line.
So long.
No, you gotta look in the camera and say it.
Right, like
You gotta say it just
I
like.
can't look at Billy. I have to say it to the.
No, because he's driving away.
Oh,
He's past the camera.
He's past the camera. Fwah. And then
long,
like,
partner.
and then we all wave. Like toys. Dude, it's gonna be just crazy. What an episode. I wanna say this.
Yeah.
Then laughed, we cried,
Yo,
we talked
you had
shuckers.
me tearing up, bro.
No, yeah, you actually.
It's gonna,
killing
hey,
me.
bro.
Man
but
is a national treasure. That's for
make
damn
sure, I will say this, make sure that you follow Biloxi Shuckers on all the socials so that you can see the work
Yep.
that this man puts in, turning that into the next great minor league social media team and organization overall. It's what you have a job. You
We're
have a
gonna try.
standard. You have to blow the Savannah Bananas out of the water.
Yeah, after that whole, I mean, hey, I interviewed with them for like 3 months, man. Almost got a job, and I didn't. So,
Seen his LinkedIn? He posted a video.
But believe it or not, guys, I don't have a LinkedIn.
oh man,
Is it shock?
Have
Does
you
that
seen?
surprise you?
Have you seen his YouTube account where he posted a video?
I did not.
you should
You
go
should
check-
totally check
should-
it out.
I'll send you the link.
I'm gonna tell you right now. He can say it with his whole heart, and I can say it with my whole heart. I did everything in my power to get that man that job. Everything in my power to get that man.
That was a day.
Yeah, that was.
It
very
had.
interesting.
Yeah,
I
I
wish-
did some things.
He did do some things.
Well, I mean, the party animals are way better than the bananas anyway, so I mean, we'll just leave it at that. Why do we always end talking about the bananas?
Cause of you.
No,
You brought them up.
I didn't. He's the one going to a minor league baseball team.
But you said.
You
we
said
didn't
blow
say-
out the
no one
bananas
said-
out of
you
the
said blow
water.
I know, because he has a social media that he has to grow.
Yeah.
He's the production manager. Not only that, he has live stream too.
I
Live
know.
stream, in-game, social. I gotta watch all
He's
that.
got to watch it all.
He's just the guy in charge.
Dude, you're like the
Everybody
Watcher
does it.
from Marvel.
From Marvel, yeah.
Everybody
I'm
does it.
Stan
You
Lee,
gotta
dude.
buzz your-
I'm Stan Lee.
Buzzes.
You're Nick Fury.
I know. I'm Nick Fury. Yeah.
You're in charge of everybody.
Okay, which one is he? Is he Nick Fury? Is he Stan Lee? You can't be either. You don't have an eye patch. That's the glaring
Well,
reason.
Stan Lee-
That's the glaring reason why you
Well,
can't be.
to be fair, Stanley
Nick Fury.
created Marvel.
Yeah,
Nick
he-
Fury's in
Shout out
charge of
Jack
the
Kirby, though.
Avengers.
Jack Kirby was also influential with that. Don't forget Jack Kirby. He
You
was
can
there
be the general.
Can I just be?
Ross.
How about
Ross, sure.
I'll be Phil Coulson, but I didn't die and come back to life. I just stayed
Why do
alive.
I think that's
the whole time.
that's perfect? Let's
Fair
leave it
enough.
there.
I'm Phil
Fair enough.
Coulson.
I'll concede then.
All right. Well, this has been season 2, episode. Don't remember because I
17.
wasn't here last week. 17.
17, yeah.
Wow.
On top of it.
Episode 17.
It was
Thank
16.
You.
You also didn't say it in the beginning.
I know.
but
I was
that's why
going
you
to, but
forgot.
That was I'll say it in the end. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is definitely my favorite so far.
It's been a lot of
Shout
fun.
out to you boys. Thank you boys for coming on. This has been
Always. Always.
Such a power stand.
It's like the Arnold Schwarzenegger and Carl Weathers.
I know. That's why I did it. I looked at the camera while we did it.
All
R.I.P.
right.
Carl Weathers.
Yeah, I know you.
It's out.
Yeah,
We'll
wait,
see.
wait. Just make sure you follow, like, subscribe.
Yeah.
Make sure you check out all the socials. Make sure you check out all our individual socials.
Billy, we
and
love
stuff.
you. We're gonna
Billy,
miss
we
you.
love you. We're gonna miss you.
Shout out to you and everything
You know,
in your future
Shuckers.
endeavors.
Go Shuckers.
Shuckers.
Go Shuckers. We're gonna be rooting for them. But yeah, like, subscribe, and thank you guys again for having us on. Thanks for having me back on.
Of
you
course.
know?
Thanks for having me
You're
back.
definitely
Of
gonna
course,
be back
my
on in the
guy.
future.
Let's go. We're
We'll
cooking
see you
it.
guys
This
next week.
This one was long, but it's funny, so watch it.
Oh my gosh.
What a time!